right, you magnificent motherfuckers. Welcome to another episode of We're All Adults Here podcast, where the barbershop meets the hair salon. I am one half of the sexiest motherfucking podcast duo in the entire universe, multiverse, universe. All the verses. They call me Evie or Evie the Stacked, and I'm with
Lee. What up, people?
And we told you niggas we was bringing him back for part 2, so we got Bari here as well.
Yep. Hello.
Welcome.
What's going on?
Yes, welcome back. I'm so glad
it.
you came back. That last episode was really a good listen.
It was. I listened to it. It was good. I liked it.
Good. I was gonna ask you like what you felt about yourself on the show and shit like that, and just like everything.
That's just me in everyday conversation, really.
Yeah.
It's just different to actually be able to hit a play button
Yeah.
and listen to it.
Yeah.
But that's every day, every week.
Yeah.
These type of conversations.
I think it was a really great convo. Kind of stretched my mind a bit. After listening back to it too, I was like, yeah, like he was on to something there. So I'm really interested about today's conversation, and just for just to put this out there before we start even talking, maybe I need to put a trigger warning here because today's episode is about safety between black men and black women. So we might get into some harder things to talk about. So if you are not in the headspace to listen to whatever that means, before we get into the harsh shit, how was your week? Oh, you.
Me?
Guest host, how was your week?
I think I was getting over a stomach bug. I've been shitting everywhere all weekend. So
That's good.
I hate that shit. It's not good.
I'm trying to
Getting it out.
Getting it out is good, but
trying
it's
to deal
not
with these
fun.
bowels,
Right,
man. These bowels sometimes don't play around. So
I think it's when you get older too, and you start putting the wrong shit. I be forgetting I don't have a gallbladder.
You can't just eat
You
the way you
cannot.
just eat however the fuck you want to no more.
No,
once you get over 30, bro, it's a wrap. You can't just do whatever the fuck you want to do no more. Your body can be like, nigga, no.
Nigga, no.
Outta here. What you
That's
doing?
exactly what your body be like,
Nah, how
bitch.
long these organs been pumping, bro?
We need a break. Like,
You
put
just
some
throw shit-
vegetables,
yeah.
some fresh.
Stop eating that yellow cheese.
Yeah.
Once you hit 30, you gotta start
Ew.
eating white cheese, man.
Yellow cheese is gross. Like, you mean
that
American? Like yellow American
Whatever's
cheese?
yellow.
Or
American,
no cheese,
mild
no
cheddar.
cheese at all.
Or no cheese? I
But
can't
nah,
do
you
the
can
vegan
definitely-
cheese.
I'm sure y'all can tell when y'all ain't had no water.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't you feel off and shit?
Yeah, I feel dry.
I feel off when I ain't had no fruit. You know
My
what I mean?
brain feels like fried a bit. Like I'm not able to focus. My insides feel dehydrated.
So
like,
how was we fucking able to manage the way we were when we were kids? Even young adults.
I
don't
think-
think we were drinking water like that.
I wasn't for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
Yeah, I
Always
think
been high to take water person.
I think when we get older, we become hyper aware of our bodies.
Yeah.
And like Bari said, your body does a switch when you turn 30. Like after 30, it's like your body's like, okay, now we've been trucking along for 30 years. Bitch, I'm gonna need you to put some goddamn fresh fruits and veggies in me because I will shut the fuck down on your ass. So I think we just become more hyper aware because I used to put some wild shit in my body when I was a youngin'.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. But other than your bowels, what else has been going on?
Nothing. I've been on she'sfreaky.com a lot.
Okay.
Oh, is
Lately.
that a porn site?
It is.
Oh,
Just what is it? Just amateur, right?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, never mind.
Just amateur porn.
boo.
What? I don't like
Yeah.
seeing real people.
You don't do Tasty Blacks no more?
Nah. I think I went through just about everything on there.
I love Will.
But it updates
chuckling.
though daily.
Tasty
Yeah,
Blacks is
but-
also amateur videos?
Nah, Tasty
For the
Blacks
most
is
part.
basically a fucking search engine for
Yeah.
all black porn.
All the porn
Oh,
out
I might
there.
need to get on
All the
that.
porn sites out there.
No?
You might get a virus on your shit. You know
Oh,
what I'm
never mind,
saying?
never
So
mind.
Just click on the ones that has what is it? X videos and
The ones with the sites you know of.
the sites you
Got
know
you.
of.
X
You go to
hamster.
a site you never heard of,
Yeah.
don't fuck with
X
it.
video,
Okay.
Pornhub.
Yeah, X
How do you get
X
a
hamster be
virus?
having some gems.
On your cell phone.
I don't know.
I
It
know,
is.
right?
It
But
is a
like, what
computer.
happens when you get a virus on your...
Listen, one time I got some shit that showed up. All right, I'm into watching like porn that involves acting. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it was one
Like
of them
casting couch?
Yeah,
It's
something
got to
like
be a
that.
theme. It's got to be a plot to it. It has to be.
I ain't into that
I like
shit.
the setup. Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
Just came from.
Just get me to the
just came home from
action.
school, stepsister. just
Nah,
got
that's
out of
gross.
shower.
So
I
that's the
can't do a
thing.
stepsister porn.
So
Okay,
I
go
love
ahead.
that
I was
shit.
watching something similar to that,
Dirty.
where It was a mom sleeping with her son. Okay, clearly it's not a real son. You know what I'm saying? I click on it.
I'm making a face at Barry. He's like, "Yep, I'm here for that."
Hey.
Hell.
I click on it to watch it, and then I get this fucking notification that comes down, and it shows like this like police badge or something, and it says, "Yo, you're watching child pornography. You need to send us this amount of money or whatever." Or I start panicking and shit. I'm like. I'm thinking like, yo, this is a real porn.
Dick in his hand. Like,
stupid. You just had to put that imagery out there, right?
his hand all the way out here too.
But nah, the most fucked up part though, I kept going to the blinds, looking outside to see if there's gonna be some police that was gonna show up.
We shut the fuck up.
Because I already had my story together. I'm like, it wasn't real pornography, child pornography I was watching. It was gonna be some acting shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Huh? This was many years ago. I was still at my parents' house.
You thought the feds was coming for
So I had to go on Google and YouTube, and I saw that it happened to a bunch of other people as well. And it was just a way to get people to spend money. You know what I'm saying?
That is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What's wrong? Something wrong? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What does that say on the board? Oh, okay. I ain't want that bitch to not be recording and shit.
Dude.
Nigga,
she's freaky though.
That is crazy. Okay. So anyway. The fucking pop up. I'm just visualizing the whole shit, and you like being terrorized.
You're
Do you watch porn?
Yeah.
What's your favorite category?
2 girls and a guy.
Okay.
I like to fast forward to the work though. I ain't watching no fucking plots and shit. The fuck?
But
That's the best part.
Homemade
This ain't
my
no
shit, though.
rom-com.
Homemade
I know
my
you
shit.
like
And she just started
homemade.
appreciating homemade
Some
shit.
That shit lovely.
It's the best shit.
Some of
That
the
shit
homemade shit is
The
is
moaning
good.
be so much realer and
Everything
authentic,
is
and
It do. I just
pussy actually be creaming up and squirting. And,
yes. I'm
Give me the
appreciative
Porn
of
stars,
that.
they don't get off on dick anymore.
It's not
They need that toy.
for me. It's not true.
Don't abuse that clitoris with that
True.
toy.
So I watch a lot of like the older ones.
Yeah.
A lot of the older ones.
Pepper.
The hairy shit.
I'm cool with hair. I'm hairy.
Yeah,
I'm cool with
okay.
it. I what? I'm alright with that. I don't have a problem with that. Hairy men or hairy women.
So you don't mind eating when it's hairy?
No, the clitoris, the fucking actual pussy on the inside is not hairy. I don't give a fuck about
I
how
like
it
have
look on
my
the
whole
outside.
face in. I like to breathe inside the pores down there.
Understood.
I don't even like I
Understood.
like my whole face to come up fucking drenched.
I get you.
So I can't have no hair.
I get it.
My eyelashes might get tangled in there.
So stupid.
Depending on how bushy it is.
Niggas really don't be giving a fuck about that shit.
That's crazy.
They,
I
Things
do.
ain't got no smell.
exactly. They don't care.
Yeah, I do. I definitely.
So anyway, how was your week?
Shit. I didn't go to work. You know what I'm saying?
You said it.
Yeah, I told you.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just been kicking at the crib. What else? I ain't really been doing too much at all. Still not fucking. I ain't been on no dates. This is one woman I've been conversing with. She's cool, man. She on IG. It was funny. We was having a conversation, and we like, what did she say to me? She said, "What's your favorite body part on a woman?" So when she asked me that, I already know where this is going.
The feet.
No,
That's not your favorite?
no.
Okay.
Okay.
Nah, ass. But
Right.
typically when a woman asks that question, she probably don't have it. So when she asks me what's my favorite body part, I usually don't know how to answer that question.
Right.
So I just say, I like it all, which I do. I like your hands, fingers, your back, all that shit. Thighs, all that. So she was like, what did she say? She said, well, I just want to let you know that, I ain't got no ass. And
Barry ain't shit. Barry ain't
but
shit.
no.
That-
Here this nigga go.
Why you laughing like that? You ain't shit.
Because I've been knowing Lee for
Here we
12
go.
years.
What? I said,
Listen to me. Lee been trying. to like
get
act
better?
like that shit don't matter to him. He been
It
trying
do.
to like
Please.
nah, like yeah, I'm talking to chicks like, but it bother him because the first thing he said, I mean, I'm talking to a chick right now. She ain't got no
She
ass.
ain't got no ass.
First
he
thing
do
out.
miss
That
mention
shit-
I
it
want to
like,
let you know that, I'm trying some different shit. Because you come to me sometimes like, bro, like, have some baddies. Why you ain't involved? Is it you? Are you scared? I'm letting you know I'm trying some different shit. You know how I feel about ass.
Yeah.
You know how
I
feel
know,
about it.
which is why I also told you, like, bro, You don't have to act like it don't matter. It matter, bro.
Very
Like
true.
don't
Very
don't
true. Yeah.
don't short yourself trying to prove a point. Like my nigga, it's okay. I'm
It's
not
all right.
dating no pencil thin eyebrow chick.
Yeah.
It's just not happening. Lee not dating no chick if she ain't got ass. It ain't gotta
It's
be
okay.
a
Like
ghetto
big
Barbie
old ghetto,
ass.
yes.
I
She
can't-
gotta have something back there. I'm not mad at
The
it.
past few women I've dated haven't really had ass.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
But your
Yeah,
ass
for
can look
real.
like the 50-yard.
One of them I did see. One.
Yeah, one of them you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he trying.
She was. I mean, I don't think she didn't have no ass.
No, it wasn't like that. It was
she.
cool.
Yeah, just.
Yo, what y'all doing? It was cool.
I can't.
Hey, y'all ignorant, man.
No, it's not me. It's not me. It's not me. It's him. It's not me.
Y'all ignorant
It's
as
not
hell,
me.
man.
It's not me. It's him. It's
such
him.
a struggle.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right,
Whew.
go ahead.
But anyway, nah, she said, you know, I ain't got no ass. Yo, y'all crazy.
It's
man.
not me. I ain't do nothing. It's not me this time. It's him. Why are you so stupid? Stop. Oh my God. Stop. Okay. So she said, I ain't got no ass.
She said what she said.
Yes.
This nigga had tears coming out,
Will.
man.
He need a tissue. Where?
Oh, dear God.
Okay. Oh my God. Here we go. Jesus Christ. All right,
Y'all
let's.
don't know,
We
man.
got to reset it
Y'all
because,
just don't know. I'm sorry.
baby, that was funny.
Oh, Lord.
Bari said a lot without saying anything.
Yeah, he did.
That shit be hurting me.
Please keep this in. Don't even.
I'm bigger than that. I'm bigger than
I know.
some ass.
I know you are.
I know it
I know
is.
you are. We know you
I know
are.
it is.
But it's still funny as fuck.
But
It's-
just seeing you try.
he trying. He trying. He trying. You're so stupid.
You know, we rolling.
He's stupid.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
man.
Whew.
Oh, shit.
We need to get to
God,
what you said when she said that.
Right. So I said, I know that. You know what I'm saying? Because I
So you've seen her like full body?
photos.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, I don't know. We're more observant than a lot of y'all think.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas
You know
be
what I
looking.
mean? Absolutely. Definitely. You don't have to be like taking a photo.
Let me get another one.
Okay.
I
I'm
got
good.
you.
Go ahead. We are observing, though. Go ahead.
But yeah. So anyway, we got a good laugh out of that shit
Yes.
at the end of the day. She got a great sense of humor, cool as fuck. So we make jokes all the time about her having a flat ass and shit. And I don't know. She's
Do you
cool
think
as
when
fuck.
girls do that they really be
appreciate-
bothered by the fact that they ain't got no ass?
Her personally, she used to be bothered by it.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. She says slightly still, but not really though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she cool about it though.
Okay.
Cool. I appreciate her telling me. I
Please don't get him
He act
started.
like she's about to get arrested.
no, that's how she came.
That's how
off.
she came
That's
up. Like,
that's
I got to tell you
Listen,
something.
how Bari's laughing is how I was laughing.
Yeah.
Because I see you made it seem like you had to break some bad news.
Right.
today.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Shit
I think
crazy.
everybody knows that you like ass. So, you know.
I'm trying not to talk about it.
I try not to talk about it
Yeah.
to discourage women.
Yeah, because it ain't that deep.
I think a lot of girls know that a lot of men like ass, so
Yeah.
they gotta preface like their shit with them, like just letting you know I ain't got it back here. Or
Right.
whatever.
That's sad, man. I hate that.
I think the emphasis of it has been pushed harder.
Mm-hmm.
Black, it's
For
always
sure.
been a part of black people,
Right.
right? Our women have always had curves, but the emphasis on having it now, just like the
Is a
emphasis on having a 10-inch dick now, when we know 80% of y'all can't take
take
that.
it.
Nowhere.
Yeah,
fucking
no.
way. And so
I don't really think bitches be asking for that much.
I don't
dick.
think
The
so
older they
either,
get,
but the loose ones definitely do. They need it.
Oh my god,
Them loose girls, they walls be disappearing.
that is not
I've experienced that
I
twice in my
disagree.
life. Girls' walls disappear.
What about
yeah.
the women who like getting fisted? Those are those women.
But you know that the vagina is a muscle, so if they work on it, there's some truth, right? So if she's getting fisted and having big dicks ran up in her all the time without enough time in between to let the pussy work itself
It could
back,
have just been one.
the muscle, it's a muscle. So it could, you know, she can work on it. But if you keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again, then you're not giving your pussy time to get back.
That's what you call a slut.
Okay. True.
Since when do sluts get a pussy time to rest? As far as I check, they selling it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Oh, easy bitches don't exist no more.
No, you're right.
That shit over with. All the easy bitches went to charging.
To what? Charging?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Which makes sense. Trust me.
I mean, I ain't
mad at that. If you're going to be a slut, you might as well get paid
for it. Go ahead and
for
get your buck for
but
that shit. Yeah.
Damn, it used to be easy.
Yeah. Not anymore. Okay, so are you going to go on a date with her? Like, or you just still seeing what's...
Nah, I'm actually probably going to meet up with her next week or whatever. See,
you laughed first.
I know
you
him.
laughed
I know
first.
him, man.
That was you.
He did.
That was you. You started it. I feel like I'm going to give Bari the benefit of the doubt that he would not have done it.
I looked at the corner of my eye, man. I know this nigga getting ready to smile and laugh, man.
It's so funny.
I ain't talking about it no more.
No.
We have been in strip clubs. We have been in strip club. Lee gave me the whole breakdown on a girl ass. My first time going to strip clubs, I'm like, oh shit, Lee, she got fat ass. Lee like, man, that ain't real.
Oh my God.
Like, how you know that nigga get down to it? Son, you see them legs, man. You see what it is? It just slowly start breaking that shit down to the point where now I know, you know, if it's a real ass, if it's not a real ass. Look, Lee has helped me detect the lost girls for sure.
Oh my God.
No, for real. Especially when he pointed out the eyes and look at their eyes, man. Look at their bags and shit. And you see that stare she got, man? Yeah.
Guys,
Lee is extremely observant.
Oh my God. Yeah, for real.
Observant.
No, seriously, he
that
is.
Nigga's
yeah,
observant.
absolutely.
For sure. You gotta have ass fucking with Lee. I'm sorry.
How was your week, Eb?
My week was...
All his exes know. All his real exes know. Like, yeah, you gonna have to have ass. Because not one of them don't got ass.
At least he trying, but I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself.
Right.
I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself. We've talked about this in a very roundabout way before, like about settling and things. And
it's not settling.
I know. I heard what you said the last time. So I'm not going to say it's settling, but I'm just giving Bari the premise of what we were talking about.
The fifth time that girl get up from that bed to go to that bathroom and he see that little ass booty, he ain't gonna be able to deal with that shit no more. Lee know that shit. Lee know that shit. That shit even bother me. I don't even care about ass like that. But once Lee started pointing it out and I started thinking about it, talking about, you know, this girl being shaped like a 12-year-old boy and all that other shit.
That was an old me. I don't talk like that no more.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, he kind of right.
I mean, he kind of right.
He kind of right. He kind of right. He kind of right.
I was ignorant,
but I'm not an ass man. I don't give a fuck about that.
I think that we should we should accept and embrace what we like about like physicalities, what turns us on, what doesn't turn us on, it's nothing wrong with that. We all have eyes and wants and desires.
But
and
you know
shit.
what opened my eyes up to it? Having sex with women who ain't got ass like that. Now I've had more sex with women who got ass.
Yeah.
But girls who ain't got no ass.
It's better, right?
Yep. Is it better?
Hell yeah. What? Listen to me. If she ain't got nobody, that pussy is fire. Fire. I'm for real.
Why?
Fat girls and skinny girls got the best pussy.
What is it about? Is it okay?
The best pussy.
Is it that they are more limber? They can do more things. They can take.
No, it's like
literally the feeling of the pussy that feels better. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know what
pussy be fat
what pussies feel like on the inside, so I don't know.
I've never been with a girl who got a flat ass and her pussy was trash. Never, not even close.
I have.
With a flat ass and her pussy was trash?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, poor thing.
But,
yeah.
I've been out there.
Well, he said I've been out there. My week, let's see, what did I do? Let's go back in reverse. I didn't do much. I worked. I did put my Christmas tree up today.
Nice.
I was very happy.
Is it
about
a white one
this.
or a green one?
It's a green one with like little pine cones in it, and then I decorated the tree white, silver, and blue, and like shades of dark purple. It's gorgeous. I was really happy about this because last year I didn't say anything about this on the show. I didn't tell anyone, but we didn't have a Christmas tree. I could not afford it. It was either Christmas trees. I don't know if you niggas know. You probably don't.
Nope.
Christmas trees are not cheap. The artificial ones ain't cheap. And I don't have the assistance to get a real tree. I want a real tree.
You do.
Who?
You got League of Homies.
I know. Okay, true, right? But in my mind, I don't want to put anybody out of their shit. Like I've always been like that. Very considerate individual, sometimes to a fault. So I don't want to put anybody out of their way. Like, can you help me put this fucking Christmas tree?
It's Christmas,
like, go get this Christmas tree.
This is
important.
This is where you get to use your "I'm a female."
You're right.
Card.
You're right. I'm gonna tell y'all this other shit that happened to me.
Y'all need to learn that shit.
No, you're right. I have a hard time with it. And we talked about that last time. When you've been single or independent for so long, it's hard to go into your bank. Like I got men all over, you know what I mean? That could definitely, without a doubt, help me out. But my mind does not go there. I automatically am like, I have to take care of it by myself. So I went to go pick up the Christmas tree from Big Lots. Big Lots had a 50% off sale, and I rushed my ass over there to get it because the trees are like $200 and more. If you want a tree that's over 6 feet, that's full and looks good, $200 and more. I'm not spending no $200 on no motherfucking Christmas tree. So when they had the 50% off sale, I was like, dope, I'm going to get it. So it was mad black people in there. It was crazy. It was like the fucking Hunger Games of trees. Everybody's like, which one is that? Like, we trying to grab carts. A bitch stole my cart from me. And I was like, I said, bitch, you gonna steal my cart? And she was like, I'm sorry. I said, you keep the bitch. Like, I'm gonna get another one. But don't fucking do no shit like that.
What day did you go on?
What was the, what was
it Black
today?
Friday?
Sunday, Saturday, Friday.
Oh,
I went on Friday.
This past Friday, got it.
Yes. It was like
every
a mess.
Friday in the holidays is Black Friday.
Child, yes.
And I don't mean as sales. I mean niggas acting
Niggas gonna act. So one of the it was like two. It was a lesbian, very visibly a lesbian.
Okay.
And
like a dyke.
A stud.
That's what. Yeah, bull dagger, right?
That's
not what it's called.
Bull dagger is.
That's what my uncle says.
The older men say that, and older women say that.
It's carpet cleaner or something
Stop!
like that.
It's extremely offensive.
Is
like,
it?
Yes, yes.
Shit, so it's calling us broke niggas. Anyway,
but she was there and a guy. They both work for Big Lots, and I'm standing there looking around at the trees, trying to figure out what's left at this point. And I find the one that I want, and I'm like, okay, so. Some big ass tree box, and I've been from the knees. I go squat down and get the tree. I got my cart stationed up, like I fixed it. The cart pushed up against the side so that it doesn't move, and I fucking hurled that bitch up over my shoulder and put it in the cart.
Okay.
And the man and the bitch is standing there looking at me. He was like, I was about to ask you if you needed help.
Right.
And he was like, but you look so... He was like, why you just ain't ask me for help? And I was like, because I didn't need your help. You saw me hoist the bitch over there. You could have offered... He was like, I didn't know what to... They literally were just standing there watching me. He was like, I didn't know what to do. And I'm like, well, because you didn't offer... I'm not thinking that, the nigga works there, so obviously, I hindsight, right? Like, he works there. I could have easily asked him if he could have helped me, and it wouldn't have been no sweat off his back, but he just stood there and watched me like...
Was he a brother?
Yeah, both of them was black.
Oh, okay.
And then he started, like, flirting with me a little bit, and I was like, all right, I gotta go.
That's crazy. Every time I hear a female say something about a dude, it's always some shit that I never see my niggas do or even condone themselves. Like, it's just like, where the fuck do these people be, bro?
Listen, Big Life.
Every time I hear a story about a dude, it's always some off the wall shit.
Yeah.
Even at the end, and say everything sound normal. Then he start flirting. Like,
then he started
in
flirting.
that moment, like, what the fuck?
Because before that, it's like, okay, I could have asked for the assistance, right? Even though I'm not acclimated to asking anybody for help. He's standing right there.
He could have said something though.
I could have asked too. You know what I mean?
He could have said.
He could have said
that's
something.
That's not your job though. It's his job to make sure that
No, it ain't.
Well, he works there.
It's his job.
Oh, you say he worked there?
Yeah.
Okay,
They both work there,
I thought
and
it
they
was
both
a nigga outside.
Oh,
nah. They both stood and watched me drag it, hoist it, and put it in my cart.
He didn't want to help.
And then I turned to the fucking right, and they're there, and he was like, I was gonna ask you if you needed help, but I saw you had it, and I was like, you should just ask. So then he started flirting with me, and I was like, he was like, so, like, what do you do? And I'm like, what do I do? He was like, because of the way you grabbed
Ladies, if a man ever asks you, what do you do?
What do I do, bitch? Nothing. Like, nothing. I don't do nothing.
You're going to have to tell me. Because I'm not going to ask you what you do. I'm going to ask you, do you cook?
That
do you enjoy
Most
giving
men
head?
don't ask you what you do.
You know,
most men do not ask.
I need to know. I need to know.
They do not ask you what do you do for a living.
Yeah,
no,
I need to know.
That was his first question, and then I was like, "What do I do?" He was like, "Yeah, because the way you grabbed that up." I was
he
like,
"He was at Big Lots."
That's true.
They tops $12. Tops.
Please.
You ain't getting no past that 12, nigga.
That's the manager salary.
Well,
oh my God. Listen, shout out to
15.
everybody making a buck.
Manager
I ain't mad at
15.
it.
Absolutely.
You better make more than 12.
Oh my God. In this fucking economy, you damn right.
For real.
You struggling. But yeah, so I put my tree up. I was very happy. I was so excited because, like I said, last year I didn't have enough to at all. It was either the Christmas gifts or the
tree.
The tree. So I decorated the area with we have stockings with our names on them and shit. So I decorated and grabbed some Dollar Tree decorations and put them on the walls and shit so that there was an area for the Christmas gifts. Right. But even though I'm not a super big traditional type of individual, there's certain, I don't want my kids to miss out on shit like this. So I was so happy. In London, who's my very observant child, was like, Mom, I love that you're so happy right now.
That's good.
He was like, I love that you're so happy right now, because I'm singing and dancing with the Christmas music and putting up the shit and whatever. I put the whole tree up myself because my kids know when I'm in the tree zone, stay the fuck away. I don't want kids putting ornaments.
Why?
Because then it looks ugly.
Moment.
I hate it. It's an ugly tree.
I miss doing that.
It's an ugly tree. I need my shit
This is a part of that not asking for help.
Yeah. And now my kids know.
Doing it myself.
They just sit back and they let mommy do it because she knows how she wants it to look. The ornaments have to be spaced out in a certain type of way. I don't know. I'm a visual person. A little bit.
Okay.
So it needs to look a certain type of way. Otherwise it drives me crazy. So they all know that, but they were out there with me and, helping to put the little hooks on the ornaments and shit. So they helped.
Okay.
But he was just like, I just love watching you so happy. You're so happy right now. And I was like, I am really happy.
So what's up with your homeboy?
I knew it.
I'm just like, all right, this Christmas stuff is cool. But you got a little glow to you though.
I don't know why. I mean, I'm glowing because I'm happy.
That's good.
I ain't broke no more. The fuck? I ain't broke no more.
None of that.
The fuck? Bitch, I'm working my ass off, but I ain't broke no more. No. So we texted back and forth, but
right.
I'm not.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
I don't.
I'm not.
You ain't feeling it?
No. Okay. But there's nothing wrong with him. It's just things that he says that I'm just like, oh yeah, he's really
the age different. Yeah, it starts to glare at you. Yeah, I know what you mean.
He said he does music. I told you guys that he said he did music. So I was like, well, what do you do with the music?
What you do for work?
Not necessarily for work, but I was just trying to get a little bit more what do you do with the music, and then to get into it, maybe when we link up or something. Then I'll find out what he does for work. True. But he said, he does writing and singing and producing. So I was like, oh, so you're an artist? And he was like, yeah, so you have to let me hear some music sometime. And he goes, if you're good, maybe I'll sing for you. And I ain't like that. If you're good.
Kind of corny, yeah.
He listens to Andrew Tate.
I'm a grown-up.
This is examples of listening to Andrew Tate.
Yeah, I'm a grown-up. If I'm good... But it just, I was like,
that was lame.
I was like, oh.
Is he light skinned?
That's the only.
No, he chocolatey.
That's the only problem with that Tate comment. A lot of dudes are gonna misconstrue it with saying shit however the fuck you want to say it to a female.
Yeah.
And
I also feel like you gotta know your audience too. You gotta know what type of female you're talking to. Absolutely. I'm not one of those, so you gonna have to I like authentic men. I love when a man is just comfortable in his space and his energy, and it's just, there's no game, there's no games, there's none of the bullshit.
Authentic
it's just
men have been around a lot of women.
Question.
Wait, what?
Authentic men have been around a lot of women. That's why they lead knows how.
Yeah. Right. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't care how many bitches you done fucked.
No, not even that.
Or
it's just
been around.
Your familiarity with women, being around women.
You know that women prefer you to be authentic.
You just know how to be around.
Yeah.
Question. Between men and women, who do y'all feel are more uncomfortable with being themselves in today's time?
More uncomfortable?
Being themselves. like being who they are, who they really are. Like you was just saying, you like men who are authentic.
I really can only talk from my experience. I really can't say women, only because I don't see it.
Right.
I don't see women who are not being authentically themselves. I can only speak from my perspective, and I would say men, because I've been approached by more men who I can already tell are putting up a facade or faking the funk, or just like pretending to be more established or more successful or more, put together. Right. A lot of women don't mind saying or showing or even laying their burdens at your fucking feet because they want you to fix it, just showing you the raw and the real. There's a lot more men, in my opinion, that'll be like, no, I got it all together. No, everything's fine, and then it's crumbling. So
or they get what they want and then they be like,
actually,
I'm going through some shit right now. It's a bad time.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes, I had 2 back-to-back exes that was like that. So I can only say that. What do you think?
It depends on it's all about the context of it, right? Because we could just start on the simple fact that we talked about it last week, all the shit that women do with their appearance, you do it because you like it. But we could start there and use that as a talking point to say.
Understood.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then men lie so much now because of all the rhetoric being out there. If you don't got shit. So niggas rather play the game. It ain't even them about faking it. They just playing the game.
Yeah.
A lot of women do underestimate men playing the game. A lot of niggas play the game. A lot of niggas act like they broke because they know you on his dick because he's this type of guy. Yeah. So he act like he ain't got it. That nigga probably really do got it. He just got you spending your money.
Yeah.
Women don't even think about that.
I've heard about shit like that too.
I think it's just. I think it's right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
I think it's right in the middle.
I understand why.
We both do it.
Especially with the physicalities too, like the look of you. But again, people present themselves how they want you to perceive them. So if I feel good putting a little bit of makeup on my face or whatever the case is, I could easily wipe this shit off and not give a fuck too. I've been on the camera with no makeup on, but that's me, because I'm presenting my true authentic self to you. But there was a time where I wasn't. There was a time where I felt ugly. So I felt like I needed to do the blonde weave. I was told I needed to do that, first of all, being in the music industry. Somebody had to go blonde and the other 2 girls didn't want to do it. So I was like, I guess it'll be me. And then I got used to seeing myself with this mask. So it was like, okay, if I'm presenting this way as diva, that's what they used to call me, then everyone will accept me as this. And nobody really knew who I was underneath the makeup and the weaves and shit like that. So I can understand why you would think it's split down the middle too.
Yeah, we both do it.
Yeah.
Only problem with the men's side for me is the men that's always been around me, it's never been that.
Yeah.
It's never really been that. It just hasn't.
Same.
Most of my friends have always just been themselves.
Yeah. Which I think works for me as a woman, growing up with men who are authentic, and then having male friends who are authentic, it gives me this false sense of what other men outside of my bubble are like. False. These niggas ain't built like my grandfather. Like, they not built like that. And I had to learn that the hard way. Like, y'all niggas really ain't built like Ray Ray. Like, you know what I mean? Or like my uncles even, who, one could say were womanizers, but very responsible individuals, took care of all the homes, all of the kids, took care of all of them, never disrespected them, didn't come out their mouths, didn't physically harm them, and none of that shit. I didn't see any of that growing up with the men who were my examples. So I'm thinking that all men are like that, and they're not.
It's not all or nothing.
Right. So, it was a hard lesson to learn. So before we get into the topic, this is going to kind of bleed into the topic, and this is where things will probably get a little bit darker. But we didn't talk about this case last week or the week before or the week before that, because I wanted to see what else was going to develop with this. And now that we're here, I think it's really important to talk about with men. The Shanquella Robinson case.
I know you was going there.
She was a Charlottean, 25 years old. If you have been underneath a rock and don't know what was going on with this case, long story short, she was successful. She had 2 or 3 businesses, I believe, at her very young age, very, what her parents say, very driven and giving individual, to the point that it's believed that she paid for this trip.
Yeah.
She went on a birthday trip for one of her friends, a friend of her best friend. Her best friend went on the trip too. The girl, they knew each other from college too, so she wasn't like a stranger. They plan to go to this villa in Mexico. 7 of them. 6 of them went together, and then 1 came after. A boy, another guy. So she ended up being murdered. There was a fight that broke out, and the video went viral. They posted it. I don't know who posted it. The best friend is the one who shot the video. Her male best friend is the one who shot the video. And in the video, Shanquella it's not a fight. They're jumping her. They're beating on her. But she's not fighting back. She's also doesn't have on any clothes.
That was the foul part.
She didn't have on any clothes.
They posted that, and this girl's naked.
And the best friend videotaped it. And he's a man. And whether he was gay, straight, whatever, he's a man, and that's your bestie. And in fact, taunting her in the video too. You're not gonna fight back. You're not even gonna fight back, type of shit. I listened to a Black Girl Gone podcast to get a little bit more context to this, because I didn't even know there was another man that was present. He wasn't present for the fight. He came that same day after they got into it. And he was the one that, when he first got in there, he saw that she was in the bathroom, sick, slumped over the tub. And then I believe that he was like the one that facilitated the calling of the police, and not police, calling of the doctor. They had a doctor come. The doctor checked her. It took them like an hour to get there. Checked her. Her vitals were kind of weak or whatever, and gave her an IV. They kept telling the doctor that she drank too much. This was after the fight. She drank too much. So now we got hours in between this young lady dying. And the doctor didn't pick up on it or whichever. Long story short, she ends up dying. They leave her, all 7 of them leave her in Mexico and go back to Charlotte and call her mother and tell her moms that she died from alcohol poisoning. Dropped her bags at the parents' house, and that was it. On Black Girl Gone podcast, they said that the best friend would keep coming back to the mother's house to check up on them and shit like that. But then when the video resurfaced, he stopped coming. I think I'm going to save my thoughts. I want to know from y'all, there were men and women that were semi-present. There was a guy there in the midst of all these girls, and then the guy came afterwards, after the fight had already happened.
I heard the person that fought her was trans. Is that true?
No.
No, it was a woman. Okay.
No, she's a woman. And
strong features.
Yeah, but she's a woman. She's a woman. I should say a natural born woman, a biological woman rather.
No, you was right the first way. Go ahead.
She's a biological woman, from my knowledge. I don't fucking know, right? But since this has happened and the case went viral and everything, they put out an arrest warrant for the girl. I think her name is something with a D. I don't want to mispronounce it. But they put out an arrest warrant for her, and I believe they got her. And I don't know if you niggas ever watched Locked Up Abroad, but Mexican jail ain't nothing to fuck with. Nothing to fuck with.
Oh, they gonna extradite her to Mexico?
It happened in Mexico.
Yeah. They won.
Oh, yeah,
they won over there. They won over there. Mexican jail ain't nothing to fuck with at all.
I've seen them Gangland TV shows.
Yes, Gangland, Locked Up Abroad.
Yeah.
They ain't fuck. They is different.
It's a wrap.
They different over there. People think that the Mexicans that are in like Charlotte or
they do not
whatever,
police them jails.
No. Even the
prisoners police that
they
shit.
hella corrupt.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy. So I want to know your thoughts on this case in general, and just like the responsibilities that people that were there had to Shanquella.
I I had to catch myself. I started tearing up as you was talking about it because it just took me back to the little bit I do know about it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't watch the video.
I didn't watch the video either.
I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I've heard about what happened. I heard she was like, I'm not going to fight back.
Yep.
That fucked me up.
Yeah.
Because how I was taught and raised, like, you don't fight nobody who don't want it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get no points for that. That's
at
lame,
all,
bro.
It's pussy.
So I guess her best friend is recording it, saying fight back and shit. Like, that whole fiasco is just crazy, man. I think I heard that they took $6,000 from her. You know?
Yeah.
I guess she paid for the whole Airbnb.
She paid for the resort, for that whole like villa. It was like 6 bedrooms that had a pool in it. Like, and there was videos like of her the day of, like when they got there, just like happy. You can't see her in the video because she's recording, but she's like, and the girls were kind of like in the room, and it just the energy was off right. to me from that. But she was just like,
she didn't know.
Right. She's like, they supposed to be putting on their bathing suits. Y'all ready? Like excited. Like I've been on. Anyway, go ahead.
That shit pissed me off. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. I think that shit is weak, corny. I think anybody who was involved in that shit need to get locked up for life.
Yep.
All
man,
of them. Woman, I don't give a fuck. Like, that shit was corny, yo. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It was just foul.
Yeah.
And I don't see how can all of y'all fly back to the States knowing that her body is
y'all
there.
left her body there.
Like, I guess she had a best friend, and the other people she was like with associates.
Yeah,
with them.
they all went to like college or something like that
but
together.
even for just associates and shit like that,
I wouldn't
like,
do that to a stranger.
If you're a good person,
yeah,
you funded this whole trip.
Yeah,
and I guess I heard stories that they were trying to blackmail her or some shit like that. And they were wanting to get her to fight back because it'll make her look bad and her businesses. I don't know how true that is.
That's wild.
But regardless,
to me.
Huh?
It's all a setup.
It feel like a setup to me too.
It's all a setup.
Yeah.
If you telling me that I'm looking at her video from when she first got there and she's recording the villa and everything else, and they in the room with these dead
it just
faces
looks
on,
right.
Not trying to transfer the same energy she giving them. Yeah, this is a setup, bro.
I'm so glad that y'all saw that video too, because I just recently saw that and I was like, that they were plotting something from I felt it. I was like, they just don't look happy.
I knew nothing about it. I was just going through my TikTok. I mean, not TikTok, but my YouTube shorts like any other day.
Yeah.
And I started seeing these shorts of this girl in Charlotte that was murdered in Mexico, and which you wouldn't know, but my friend recently just dropped dead in Mexico, actually, back in April or May, I believe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so he had a brain aneurysm in the middle of the club.
God.
So when I heard that, it just already kind of hit me in a certain way.
Yeah.
And then I watched both videos when she was fighting, when she was naked, and the video before, the day before when they first got there.
Yeah.
And for the video from the day before, I already knew this. Like, yeah, this is a setup, bro.
Yeah.
How the fuck y'all in Mexico that y'all didn't break bread on and y'all not happy?
And y'all not happy.
You're not happy at all.
What? That was the wildest thing to me. Like,
it might sound wrong, but we talking about black women.
Listen, anywhere we go, if we going
on
a vacation,
you ain't coming out your pocket,
and I'm not paying for that shit, I'm happy as fuck.
I know the reaction.
It don't matter where we go. Like, we could go from Charlotte, the city, to the mountains.
That's not your best friend.
And be ecstatic because we are on vacation, we on a trip together, whether we pay for it or not. Yeah. But the fact that they didn't come out of pocket and all of them looks like. Just like, here come this bitch with the phone type of shit.
If anybody is really your friend, y'all not even getting into that fight to begin with.
Period.
To begin with.
Yeah.
I wonder what they thought the outcome was going to be. Like, I'm not going to say they planned for what happened to happen, but...
I don't know, but I'm going to be honest, man, that drill music... It really got people fucked up.
Yeah, 100%.
They said she was 25, so 25 and younger, that is their music.
Yeah.
That drill music shit, I'm telling you, they just bought in. They just bought into that shit. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, how else?
I think that, see, here's the thing about women that people don't really like to talk about. Guys know it, but people don't really like to talk about it. We can be each other's absolute worst enemy. Just the nastiest, vilest things will come to certain women's heads about another woman. They'll never think about that shit with men. They do it to other women for whatever reason, jealousy, money. I mean, from what I heard, she was getting it. You know what I mean?
Envious of
she
each
get
other.
very.
But I don't know why black women are
it's
so envious of
It's
each other.
so
black men too,
bizarre.
but not on y'all level.
Not on our level.
Not on y'all
Not
level.
on our level.
Man, that shit real.
And I can't identify with that because even when I was at my lowest, like literally suicidal because I felt like nobody's ever gonna want me. I'm gonna end up being by myself forever because I'm ugly and et cetera, et cetera. I still poured into my bitches. I still was proud of them when they got married and proud of them when they, like, my bitch looks bad. Like, all my bitches is bad. I might be the ugliest one in the crew, but I'm getting niggas because of y'all. You know what I mean? Type of shit. That's how I used to think.
That's real.
So the mindset of this is just bizarre to me.
Yeah.
Bizarre. I think that I've been on girls trips before. Nope. He said I'm gonna drink it hot and straight. I've been on girls trips before, and I don't know if I told you about the time where I got left in Mexico. Not Mexico, Miami. I got left.
I know you went there a few years ago,
You
right?
got left?
I know you got left.
Like,
though.
missed your flight or
No.
beep, beep,
My
drove
ride
off
left
without...
me.
Oh, yeah, nah.
My
bro.
ride left me. Now I was there with other people, so it worked out. I'm gonna get back to that in a minute because I've been on girls trips that were super successful, and I've been on girls trips that were successful until it wasn't. Never. First of all, I never fist fought my friends ever. Now I got there's some homegirls that do that. They get down like that, and then the next day I don't do that because if I fight you, I'm not fighting you with restraint. Once I get into that mode, that Ebony, it's a different kind of bitch, and I'm trying to put your head in the ground type of shit. So I would never.
Damn, yeah.
I would never, because I'm trained to think that if you don't get them and disable them, they're gonna get you and disable you. So it's either you or them. Just by the men in my family, I'm trained to, if I'm fighting you, I don't give a fuck who it is. Somebody got to peel me off of you. I'm not stopping until you limp type of shit. So that's why I don't fight anymore anyway because I'm too big for that. But that's, the type of
mom.
And I'm a mom, right? I'm grown. I'm a mom. I got
moms will act like moms.
way too many responsibilities, way too much things going on, like way too much to lose. Like, and I'm not gonna be out in the streets.
That part you said. No.
Yeah, way too much to lose. Way too much to lose. It's ridiculous.
Like we don't.
Right, it's ridiculous. I'm not about to do that. But so I say all that to say I don't fight my friends. If I love you, I'm not gonna put my hands on you. We might argue, we might share words or verbally spar or whatever, or I might not even fuck with you no more. But I'm not. My mind doesn't go to I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fuck this bitch up. I don't give a fuck what you do. You could have fucked my nigga. I'm not going to put my hands on you. So knowing that that's what happened to her, and then the way that the Mexican doctor kind of just dropped the ball. So that she was literally dying in front of all of them, to the fact that they left her there in a whole nother country. And I don't have friends that would, I can't even fathom. I couldn't even fathom. I couldn't even fathom going on a trip with my friends and them leaving my dead body in another country. Like, that's wild. You know what I'm talking about? Mom, she died from alcohol poisoning.
So OD disrespectful.
It's so wildly disrespectful that I don't understand why charges aren't being brought up. They're all accessories to a murder, and covering up a murder. Yeah. So I don't understand why everyone involved, everyone there, wasn't charged. And
they're lying for someone for sure.
They're lying for it's from what I heard, it was 2 girls that was taking turns.
Okay.
So now I actually watched the video, right, where she was naked.
Right.
So it cuts off at the point where she kind of slings her to the ground. Her back hits the corner of the bed. And at that point, I think right after she sits down, she holds her face. And the girl, I think she hits her either once or 2 more times. And then the video cuts. Yeah. They saying she was in the bathroom. And I'm telling you, that video ended in the bedroom. So that girl was dragged
to the bathroom.
Into the bathroom.
Yeah, because when the 7th person came, she was already in the bathroom.
Yeah, they dragged her in there.
Slumped over the tub. And it's just...
What was your goal, bro?
What was the goal here? Like, if she's not fighting back, if she's not doing any of that, like...
I hope they get dirty.
Robbery, homicide is what it is.
Exactly. Robbery, homicide, all of them. Yeah. All of them. And the nigga who's talking more, he need time too. All of them need time. Because you had a responsibility to call the police when you arrived. Like, she's fucked up. The doctor's not doing anything. I need to call the cops because shit is going. They went and partied afterwards. They didn't. This wasn't like the day that they were leaving.
They left her in the bathroom.
They left her
in the... She was still conscious, I'm
sure. I'm sure they didn't think she was dead by then.
How like one person is not like, hey guys, this is wrong.
No moral, right? Nobody got a moral
compass. That's wild. That's wild to me.
Out of 7 people?
Out of 7 people, nobody said, hey guys, the best friend is videotaping this. You're not in the middle of these girls. You're not trying to protect your bestie. That's why I'm like, I wanted to talk about it.
So was he gay or was he?
I don't know. I don't know. It don't matter though.
No, it
because
don't.
Because if I'm on a trip with you and bitches is fighting me, I expect you to get the fuck back. From y'all not about to do this.
You don't even have to be my friend.
We're not recording it.
You don't even have to be my friend, bro. Just my morale in general. It's
I
not
would
gonna
never.
go down, bro. Yeah,
it's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about like this responsibility of to each other, kind of just like piggybacking off of the last episode, and also like, do we even feel safe with each other? I know that this probably is gonna be a hard listen for y'all because I'm preparing myself to get some really harsh realities about the places and the spaces that Black women have put y'all in, both of y'all. It's your reality though, so I can't combat it with anything, and vice versa. There's some things that I'm probably gonna say that you definitely don't know, Lee knows of, but maybe not. You know what I mean? In hopes that we can understand why we be having these like disdains for each other and shit like that. Because all of us, if it's 4 of us in this room, every Black person has some type of traumatic experience with the opposite sex. Whether it's small or big or whichever the case is, and we're just walking around each other, amongst each other, and then situations like Shanquella happens, and we're wondering why her homeboy ain't help. You know what I mean? There's a reason for it.
I'm definitely thinking about like what was their upbringing like and shit.
Exactly, because there's no way if the 3 of us were raised in 3 completely different spots, in 3 completely different, congruent or whatever, perpendicular times, right? Because you're younger than us, but not by that much, and I'm younger than you, but not by that much. So we all 4 of us are raised in 4 different households, and all 4 of us are like, never, that could never be me. I would never do that. I would never sit back and watch a group of girls fight anybody. I was always that girl anyway. Like, y'all not about to jump. If y'all want to jump, then I'm gonna get involved, type of shit. 2 of y'all could fight. Or maybe not. Maybe because I've stopped people for, like, for instance, Katami took somebody man in high school, and the somebody man that she took was in my little clique in high school.
Yikes.
So yikes is right.
Yeah.
Yikes is, I was like, this fucking predicament that this bitch put me in. But everybody knew how Ed got down in high school. So they coming to me like, what you gonna do about, because that's your sister, what you gonna do about that? And I'm like, I ain't doing shit. Like, and y'all bitches ain't doing shit either. And they was mad because they like, well, let's let such and such fight her than the bitch that she took her man. And I was like, nah, it's not going down. It's not going down. Nobody's touching my sister. That's it. And if she fights her, then I'm going to fight all of y'all. And nobody want to smoke, so nobody fought. But they was mad at me for years behind that. They was like, if it had been any other bitch, blah, 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 blah. I was like, if it had been any other bitch, then she would have been fighting her.
Right.
But we talking about my sister.
Right.
And if anybody touches her, I'm going to lay you the fuck out. And that's it. So I've always been like that. Like, nobody's jumping and none of that bullshit. Like, it's not going to be none of that. That party is not happening. So it's just wild to me that there are other people raised on this planet that don't have that same type of sentimentality about jumping, especially when it comes down to a friend or someone who's Black. You could be a stranger to me and I'm not going to watch it go down. That was really tough to even get out, honestly, because I was like, I don't know if
you did well.
We're going to even talk about this because it was sad. I was like, this is her watching her mother and her father on,
So elaborate when you say means, do we feel safe around, like, do we feel safe around Black women? Do we feel safe around Black men?
Do you feel like you're in good hands with black women overall? Do you feel like if you got with a black woman, or even if you're around your black women friends, do you feel like you're in good hands?
I don't know how to take that as a man, because the only way I can look at it is in a protective way.
Okay.
So when you mean safe around women, do you mean like for them not to lie on me, for them not to like
everything, all the above when it comes to her being your right, you're the protector, but you know what I mean, her holding you down or not, you know what I'm saying? Her bringing the worst out of you or the best out of you.
Right, because feeling safe, right, is not, I mean, I'm not a man, so just correct me if I'm wrong, but like not agitating you to the fact that, or to the point where you switch from your regular manner to a more aggressive manner, putting your life in jeopardy. Type of shit.
I feel safe because, I mean, she can't technically get me out of character. She can't technically put me in a position that I can't get out of safely.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Gotcha.
My background. I have had a black woman lock me in a room before, pulled a knife out on me.
Yeah.
I've had that happen. And it didn't bother me at all. I sat there for 40 minutes like, when are you going to unlock this door?
Yeah.
And then after a while, when I just realized that she was not going to come to, she was just going to stay in this zone, I already knew what I had to do. You mentioned police to black people, they come out of that shit real quick.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
Don't
okay,
nobody
well,
want
I'll
the
just
cops
I'll just dial 911 and get them to let me out of this room. Like, you want me to physically try to get myself out of this? You want me to cause this issue or this scene to get out of this room, and I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing it at all. I'll just use my brain here, and we'll just dial them 3 digits, and we'll let them handle it.
To her, that would have been you showing her how much you love her in her mind.
Oh, exactly. It probably would have been. But the moment I told her that, she was just like, okay, fine, you can leave. And it's like, that's all it took. It was just me threatening to call the police.
Stupid.
I've had that happen. Other than that, no. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm the type of nigga, when I meet a chick, I lay down the law.
Okay.
I'm telling you how shit gonna go, how shit not gonna go, and you can get with it or not. So I typically avoid those type of issues to begin with.
Gotcha.
Most women kind of know with me, don't fuck around.
Gotcha. What about you?
Oh yeah, I feel safe with y'all.
Good.
I ain't got no issue with y'all. I mean, I've had little situations here and there where my hands did end up around the ex-girlfriend's throat, but it wasn't me trying to choke her. I was trying to restrain her because she was throwing them haymakers at me and shit. So I was just trying to, get her hands under control. And once they ended up around her neck, I just said, yeah, you know what? We can't keep doing this. You know what I mean? We can't keep revisiting this, trying to rehash some shit that's just dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's just about knowing when to call shit quits and just knowing what's for you. You know what I mean? Like he was just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're in control.
Yeah.
Like,
1,000%. No. I always feel safe.
Yeah.
For real, I do. I don't, because I've never really dealt with a whole lot of black women in particular that acts like that.
Got you. That's good.
I don't attract those type of women. I've had a few crazies, and I've had a few crazies for sure. But after I kind of realized what type of person she is, it's just all right. Well, you over there.
Yeah.
I'm not really gonna give you the chance to put me in a space or a position to have me feeling unsafe.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so a lot of guys blindly deal with women as well too. They don't really start thinking about shit until
it's
8,
already
it's like 8 months later. You actually want to start processing how she been moving, how she been talking to you, and it's just like
niggas are dumb.
Yeah, bro. For real. Which is why I said last week, like, I agree with y'all when y'all say niggas ain't shit. I be believing it because I see them out here too. I see them out here too, and I be feeling like I got the most rare group of homeboys.
Listen,
I really
be saying that shit like, oh, my phone not unlocking. Okay, there we go. I feel safer around black women. I feel safer around black women
than black men.
Than black men, for sure. I have a very interesting history with black men. We've talked about this a while ago. I mentioned it a while ago that I've only been with black men for real, like 5 fucked a white guy, but that doesn't count. Been with in a relationship with black men only, so they're my only point of reference. But I have been done the dirtiest by black men. The absolute most disgusting things have happened to me by black men. But I'm also raised by black men who, they're not model citizens, right? They're flawed individuals, but they did a great job by me and the other cousins and siblings of mine that also grew up without fathers. So it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know who or which black men I could be safe with, and that's a problem for me because I want to believe that I could be safe with all of them, but these niggas is crazy out here. People are crazy. So I don't feel safe with all black men, but I feel safer with black women than black men for sure, just because of my experience.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Do you think we pick some of the people we deal with based on seeing some of our own flaws in that person? Flaws we can relate to?
Trauma bonding?
Probably indirectly.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. My kid's father was a trauma bond.
Okay.
I've trauma bonded with a lot of
niggas. Inflictions of our own wounds come from as well.
Yeah, because we be hurt and attracting each other's hurt and hurting each other through that hurt space. Right. When you start a relationship from a hurt space, it's going to be volatile.
Because I'll say it, I tend to meet women who have not so great relationship with their fathers, and inversely, I don't have that great relationship with my mother.
Yes.
So,
ooh, that's a bad combo.
I tend to gravitate towards
that same type of pain. Yeah. But I think when you're healed, those of us who have mommy and daddy issues, I don't think the wound is forever just like healed, like totally 1000% healed. There's gonna be something that triggers you no matter what, how far in your fucking healing journey you are. Like, you know, but I think the more you're healed, the better you are as a partner. Even if, like, I have daddy issues, but
I don't think it's damage. I think it's just repetition of being accustomed to something, right? True. If I've known my mother my entire life, I know how she is. There's certain ways that women carry the same as her that will automatically make me go left.
Got you.
And it's not your fault at all. It's just, well, I've been dealing with this for 30 years already.
So I already know what to do. Yeah. That's actually not a problem at all. Like, that's a good thing. Yeah.
But then on the flip side, I like to attract women who are a little bit more combative because I'm not used to I said something to you, you're going to go in the corner and cry.
Yeah.
I'm used to the woman chirping back.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like it, but I kind of want you to know when to stop.
Yeah.
With our women, y'all typically don't know when to stop, and then so that's where it becomes an issue. So it's a good and a bad thing, and they conflict with each other.
Yeah.
They crash into each other.
Yeah.
It's like you see the kind of good traits that you probably shouldn't like, but you do like because you're accustomed to them.
I get it.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like it's a win-lose.
It is.
It's crazy.
That's why I prefer to date guys who don't have mommy issues. I found in my experience that guys with mommy issues have other issues with women in general, big or small issues. She ain't had to slam the door like that.
Word.
The fuck? Have bigger issues, or they manifest into bigger issues if they don't work on them. Like, my kid's father had a terrible relationship with his mother. They would curse each other to the floor. He would steal from her. It was horrible.
God damn.
It was horrible. And me not coming from that background and then seeing this, it's like, oh, I'm about to have a baby with this nigga and I end up having fucking 2 boys like an idiot. But he treated me like he treated his mother. And then, you know, some lighter but also examples of that. The guy that I told you he wanted to convert me back to Christianity, he had a bad...
He had a converted dick?
No. Oh. He did not have a converted dick.
Damn, okay.
Whatsoever.
You can't be asking for that.
I don't think there's any dick that can convert me to anything. And I've had big ass dicks before. I done been fucked.
Big don't matter.
Nah, I done been fucked. Trust me. Okay? I done been fucked.
The emphasis.
But ain't no dick alive that can make me go into something I don't want to fucking do.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Very much so.
Oh,
True.
Yeah.
But he had issues with his mother, and he would let that come out in the way that he spoke to me. So it was like, I'm like, oh, nah, I can't do it. Like, you got to have a great relationship with your mom. You got to respect your mom, or like look at her like she the best thing smoking for me.
Interesting,
like,
because the issues I have with my mother, that they don't show up at all.
Right.
When I deal with women, I actually try to do the entirely opposite
yeah.
feeling of what I have with her. I actually have a problem with, and Lee knows this, I'll let a chick know fucking 2 weeks in.
Yeah.
Yo, I like you. I'm trying to see, like, I will literally lay it out. Like, and I'm very nice. Lee know if I start talking to a chick, I cut off everything.
Yeah.
He's locked in.
I am.
Ain't no in between.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's not that I actually have an issue with my mother. There's just certain ways about her that I am not willing to tolerate in other women because I have seen the toll it has taken on my father.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. That's different. That's not the same as having mommy issues, right?
I
like
think
I have issues with my mother.
That's some fucked up shit right there.
I mean,
that's a whole nother level. My mother actually loved me. Okay.
Yeah, nah. She told that nigga that she should have flushed him down the toilet. I was like, I audibly gasped. I was like, did she just say that to you? And he was like, yeah, fucking bitch. And they going back and forth. I was like, oh my God.
So when you learned that side of him, was that early on in your relationship, or was it later on?
I was pregnant with London. There was nothing I could do.
Did you feel like, okay, let me show him another
Absolutely.
side?
That's what kept me there.
Right.
That's what kept me there. And that was I have to find the words because I don't want to say it was the biggest mistake of my life. I got 2 amazing children out of that.
Because a lot of women be feeling like this. So
right,
I'm glad we're talking about this right now.
I got 2 amazing children out of this relation. 3 amazing children out of this relationship, but 2 more after I realized after I was already pregnant with London. But I try. My mental space was, first of all, everyone always tells women that men, because he had already, been cheating on me and shit like that. So, but they say that this is what men do anyway. So you might as well, you're having a baby by him. You're not going to leave if he cheats. They all cheat, right? So I'm like, okay, I need to show him how to properly love a woman by loving on him. But what happened was, slowly but surely, he sucked at my life source. So I already wasn't operating at optimal coming into the situation. I already wasn't the most confident individual. I already didn't love myself as much as I should have. I already had no plan for my future and what I wanted to do as far as financially, and nothing. I had nothing together. And then I get pregnant with London, and I'm in this relationship, and all I know how to do is love at this point, is love other people, love on people. And he just sucked at every ounce of wanting and feeling for myself, for him, everything, with each girl that I found out about, with each way that he would talk out the side of his neck to me. Like, he had straight stunting magazines. Do you remember that magazine? He had straight stunting magazines. It's like a low budget King magazine. Oh. And
rest in peace, K Slay.
Rest in peace, K
Slay. DJ K Slay?
Yeah.
He dead. When he died?
This year, last year.
For real?
Yeah. Damn, I forgot K Slay died.
Damn, I ain't know that.
I think it was COVID.
I think it was COVID.
Damn sure
yeah.
No COVID. Good.
Or complications from it.
They murdered that nigga. Good.
Oh God. Oh, Jessica just landed. You see, I love when my friends listen to me.
Jessica Rabbit, she got big titties.
Stop. She is a married woman.
What does that got to do with me?
She's a married woman.
I didn't say I wanted her. I just asked if she had big titties. You got big titties. I wanted if your crew run with big titties.
Most of the bitches in my crew got
body. I believe it, y'all. If it's a flat booty girl, a bunch of them got flat booty. They not allowing a girl with ass in their group. That shit is not going down.
Oh my God,
you know how that shit work. Come on.
Oh shit. Right? I forgot what the fuck.
How many light-skinned girls you running with?
Light skin?
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Exactly. Because y'all don't roll like that. I mean,
all my girls are kind of like
you do not
in the middle.
Listen,
like paper bag brown.
If there's a group of 6 women, they are not all going to be mid-brown to dark.
Okay. No, that's not true.
Well, I mean, they're not going to be like mid-brown, dark, light skin. It's not going. It's going to be mid-brown to dark, or it's going to be high yellow to that mid-light skin. Women don't run in packs where y'all are colorfully just.
My ex best friend was light skinned. I'm not gonna say her name, but she was light skinned. She was high yellow.
Keyword X.
Well, yeah, but anyway. Say all that to say, he got me when I was fucked up, and he fucked me up even more, and fucked up the wanting to be in a relationship and all of those things with him or with any other man. I didn't want him anymore, but I just didn't know how to escape because now I got 2 kids. And the third baby was just, so.
This is my second time here. Well, I'm the only one drinking. Why y'all don't drink with me? What the fuck is going on? I mean, it's just because it's a regular fucking Sunday for y'all. Y'all want to drink with your goddamn guests. Why I keep coming over here getting shitty, and y'all just over here just getting your shit off. Just
boy, like,
I know. That's what I'm saying. Niggas got bottles and shit out there. Niggas ain't popping nothing.
I mean, Will offered us. He asked, did we want anything before we started?
Damn. It's supposed to be a party. I be seeing y'all Instagram. Y'all be look like y'all be having fun.
We do be having fun.
It's like straight business. Like, what the fuck? 7 times platinum. I ain't even see that
listen,
shit
yesterday shit, my anxiety was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just coming down from that shit. So I'm just getting myself back together.
Understood. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. You need me to pull out the herbs in the cauldron?
Oh, no, not that. Yeah,
you got some weed on?
Not that kind.
Not that kind of herbs. He's stupid. Do you guys feel like you could be vulnerable with black women?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Like why are you laughing?
Go ahead, Lee.
I knew what you were gonna say.
Yeah, I wanted him to explain. That's why I wanted him to. Go ahead.
I mean, they play a big role in why I'm as confident as I am in myself.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Things that I was insecure about when it came to me, they saw no issue with it at all. I can't think of any woman. I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm sure I've talked to a black woman or two who's made me feel like, damn, that's why I don't like confiding in you. Yeah. That's why I don't like sharing shit with you. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I don't know. You learn from those situations and you learn who you can and who you cannot confide in.
Yes.
But yes, for the most part, absolutely, I can talk to black women about whatever the fuck I got going on.
That's good.
I believe he can because the women he talked to are drooling at the mouth. No.
I don't know if they be drooling at the mouth. Like,
yeah, they're not drooling.
I don't know. Like,
well, I mean, if they are, then I'm drooling right with them too. It's always mutual.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, he likes to put himself in a certain box. Since I met this nigga at 19.
Listen to me, man. Listen to me, bro.
He said be drooling.
Being vulnerable to a woman as a man, that they're not accepting it unless they head over heels for you, because they're just gonna look at you differently because they expect a man to just hold a certain structure, a certain backbone to his character in general. Women do not like, in general, men being vulnerable, meaning expressing their emotions to them, letting them know that they are down and out right now. Some, yes, they'll gravitate and they'll accept it and they'll go accordingly right about it. But for the most part, nah, bro.
No, it's not true.
Women find that shit unattractive.
That's not. They find it unattractive when a guy is always being in his emotions and feelings and he's not doing anything.
But that wasn't the question. She said being vulnerable.
Being vulnerable.
Just being vulnerable in general.
Always.
So you think vulnerability is unattractive to most
women,
black women?
Coming from a black man?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
that's really sad because it's not
bro.
true.
Yeah, that's not it.
I don't know, like, your experience, like I said earlier, can't discount what you're saying because this is coming from somewhere. Like, it's not just...
My vulnerability hasn't been rejected the times I've been vulnerable, but I'm just I'm just talking from an essence of just understanding women and men and how this shit just works.
I don't think that's true. I think that women, because
y'all are taking the experiences anecdotally. I'm taking it as how human beings fucking operate. It is not. And you want? I mean, hey, they've researched these things. They've asked women these questions. They've polled women on these things.
And they don't like when niggas are vulnerable? Like, what do they want? It's
This ain't
odd.
1983.
No.
This is 2022. Women,
I think bitches back then were worse, to be honest.
I think the people y'all know... Okay, look.
Go ahead.
Our groups, our circles are not the common circles. We probably had a 5-10% circles of black people. The way we talk about things, our boys and... shit like that. So what we generally encounter is not going to be the common encounter.
Gotcha.
But the common encounter, that's exactly what it is. Because if it wasn't, then why do majority of our women date thugs? That's the only representation
them niggas
of
be
protection
getting,
and
vulnerable.
macho-ness that they know.
Them niggas be
No,
getting
but it's
vulnerable.
not about. I'm just saying the exterior.
Yeah,
The exterior
yeah.
don't say vulnerability.
Well, the exterior, okay, so that's different because the exterior, externally, we don't want our men typically, we don't want our men to come off as soft. That's what we, right. But that's not what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Internally, like being vulnerable with your woman doesn't mean that externally you gotta appear as a softer
Your
kind of
woman
guy.
wants to learn you. She wants to know who you are. You know
And
what I'm saying?
wants to see those bare things.
I've been out the game for 4 years, so
I got you. I got you.
Nah,
but
But
no,
the last one, but like I said, I've never had a problem being vulnerable in front of women.
Yeah.
It's never been placed back on me as a weak thing.
Yeah.
But I do just understand
Just
the
the
general
world in
nature of it.
general.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
And I fought,
We don't want our men to come out.
I fought them in for that.
for what?
You're
Not showing their vulnerability. Is that
No,
what
I fought them for choosing women who's
Don't accept
not
it.
acceptive of that
Right,
shit,
right.
and you're trying to force them to. Why are you complaining about this woman who doesn't compliment you?
Right.
Move around.
Very true. A lot of people don't think that
Easy
they have any
fix.
other options
I
though.
mean, I've cried in my ex's arms
Yeah.
We
before.
talked about that
Yeah.
as well too.
A lot
Some
of people they just be like, "Fuck, I guess." Like, this is the
This
bitch
the best I can
This is the
get.
best I can get. So this is what I'm gonna
But
get.
I'm a Libra. I've always wore my emotions on my shoulder. Lee know that. The first album I ever bought was 100% genuine.
Yeah, I love that.
Classic
Like,
album.
yeah, like
I love that
Classic.
album.
I've
Yeah.
All night, all day, that's my shit.
I've always been vulnerable with my feelings. I put that shit out there because I want to know you're gonna shoot it. You know, you're gonna shoot my heart instead of letting it come out like a fucking what was that bird, the cuckoo clock bird.
Yeah.
I don't want my heart popping out like here it
Got you.
is, and then
Yeah.
you like pow, motherfucker.
Yeah,
like no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it sit right here.
Yeah,
And you either gonna help pump that motherfucker and keep the blood flowing,
yeah.
or you gonna dead it. Like it's gonna be either or. So I'm a lot more upfront than probably most men are.
No, you are.
In general, man.
I got you.
A lot of men don't like to just be who they truly are. Honestly,
I think that maybe we can take some accountability in that we as black women, that men don't feel comfortable being themselves
yeah, strong black women all the time.
because
How can we be weak around a strong black woman? And vulnerable.
also I feel
around
like that's not our fault. It's not our fault
What's not your fault?
that we've had to be strong.
No. I'm
So-
talking about. See, let's just say y'all are that, right? Mm-hmm. But you scream it every chance you get. That's the part that makes it look
Like you're proud, like we're proud of it.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, I am proud to be strong, but I also scream as well that I would not like to be.
How many are doing
This
that?
is not my choice, bitches.
How
like
many are doing that?
at all. Like
Because really, we talking to the younger generation. Everyone our age and older, they are who they are.
right, and
you know what I'm saying? So
right.
it's-
I don't.
No, they are who they are.
I think that we're not like our grandparents' age. We can change. Like
No.
we can change. We're
can
multiple.
improve.
Change.
That's about it.
Improve.
You're gonna improve.
Improve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we. Well, we might.
It's not
Who
happening.
knows, child? Shit could get worse.
Nobody
but-
can get me to be a Jehovah Witness. No one can get
Right,
me to
right.
stop eating bacon. No one,
Right.
it's not happening.
right.
I am who I am.
I think that's a personal thing. I think, like I could try veganism if the food slaps.
Yeah, you'll
That's
try it.
improving though. That's not changing who you are.
No, it's not. But it's like evolving or changing. It could improve or it could not improve. Like
It's
I
an
could die
experiment.
tomorrow.
I
You know,
mean,
I could die the first time I try to eat
It's
a falafel.
almost like the experiment of adaptation. You're
a
trying
cauliflower
to
steak or whatever.
You're trying to adapt to this person.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're
yeah.
experimenting with the adaptation.
Right.
But if you can't adapt, then it's not.
Then
gonna
it's
happen.
not gonna happen. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, this can be a difficult question. Have you ever put a black woman in a unsafe or unhealthy or compromising position or situation?
I need an example because that's kind of broad. That's
Like if you ever physically like put her in physical harm, in harm's way, or
I mean the 7th grade.
I mean when you're like an adult, from adult.
I'm just saying, nigga has gotten physical with women
Used
once
to.
before
Used to.
in the 7th grade.
in the 7th grade, but I mean like as an adult.
I had to let her have it.
Oh my god.
For real. Dickhead. Repeat the question.
Have you ever put a black woman in an unsafe position?
I'm a comfortably say no.
Great.
I've always been very thoughtful and conscious of protecting her, whether she's in the right or wrong of what's going on, or just understanding that I'm bigger than whatever this situation is becoming, because I am the man, and that's just been a benefit of being having my father in my life. Just understanding that you're the man in the situation, you always have control, or you always can take control over the situation. You just have to remain calm as a man.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. Yeah, I gotta say no.
That's good.
I have to say no.
What about you?
Yeah, it's a no for me.
Good.
Yeah.
I've never put a woman in an unsafe position, a black woman in an unsafe space, unless I was beating her up. I used to be a rowdy girl with men, though, like with my partners, when I was younger. I was very rah-rah because they were drug dealers.
Verbally.
Okay. Yeah. I've only gotten physical with a man I was in a relationship with, my kid's father. I slapped him because he said some wild shit to me after he cheated. Like after he got caught cheating, he said some wild shit. And I have always been taught you don't put your hands on men because you don't want that nigga to hit you back unless you ready to fight. So I've gotten in fights with boys and shit like that when I was younger. But in my relationships, I always just understood that I don't put my hands on you, you don't put your hands on me. That's it. Right. But he said some wild shit, and after cheating on me, after getting caught, and I slapped him. And, you know, he didn't hit me back or whatever the case is, but he kind of just like grabbed me up, put me up against, you know, that thing y'all do.
The restraint technique.
Yeah, the restraint technique or whatever the case is, which is why it was jarring when he hit me. Because I never would have thought like
in that same moment.
No,
or later at a different time.
At a different time, which is what was the reason why we split. Like it wasn't the reason because I had kicked him out.
Yeah, I can't do that, bro.
He got cheated. He cheated on me for like the 30th time. We were already in Charlotte. I had just had Bam, the baby. He was 4.5, 5 months, and have I ever told this story on here?
I don't know.
Need a shot, Lee?
Shit, I might need a damn shot. Let me get one of them wines.
Y'all not about to keep with
Let me get one of them wines.
Y'all gotta turn up with me, man.
I ain't getting laid later. I'm probably not gonna be caking.
Listen,
so it's like
Lee, I ain't had sex since July, bro. So trust me.
It's been a year and 2 months for me.
I'm telling you, this
grab
shit
me the
right
pink
here,
one right there. Just reach up.
Which one you want?
The pink wine. Yep, the rosé. Yep.
Listen to me. This not having sex shit.
I'm gonna drink it out the bottle,
Man.
not like a lady, but whatever. Y'all kiss my ass. So yes. So he it was dry. I'm only bringing this story up because I've been put in very unsafe situations by black men. I've been raped. I've been sodomized. I've been sexually assaulted. These are 3 different instances.
Can you just give me a quick? And I know a whole lot of shit,
fine.
but I do not
know what sodomy is.
Yes.
Okay.
I know Sodom and Gomorrah, the whole fucking, but to actually know the definition, the breakdown of sodomy, yeah, I kind of need to know.
Sodomy is anal rape.
Okay. Gotcha. Probably didn't want to know.
No, it's fine. I'm healed from...
No. Now that I know what sodomy is, it's probably didn't want to know.
Okay. Baby father got caught cheating, and I was done. I was over it, so I was packing up his shit. He had to go, and then he didn't want to leave. So I'm on the phone with my homegirl, and he slaps the phone out my hand because I told you I used to be rah-rah, so I tapped back into this tauntingness. I'm on the phone with her. I'm like, he's a fucking idiot because instead of packing, I washed all his clothes and put all his shit in these bags and boxes and suitcases and everything. You got clean clothes to go. And instead of leaving, he's taking the television from the living room and hooking it up in the bedroom as if he's going to hole up in the bedroom. So I'm on the phone with my homegirl, and I'm like, He's a fucking idiot taking the TV from one room to the next. Like, he looked dumb. You look stupid because I said you gotta go. And I couldn't even get the last go out before he slapped the shit out of my face. He slapped me so hard on this side, on the left side of my face, that the phone flew out the right side. All the way across the side of the room. So if like I can't even, the proximity was crazy. So I punched him in his face because he slaps me, and then I'm grabbing for my phone because the look in his eyes is different. And I couldn't believe, you're good. Oh, he took it out the throat. Fucking with shit. You can't touch them. There you go. You good.
No, you got it. Hello.
Fumbling and shit like that with the shit. Okay, there you go. Don't touch the bottom half, the bottom part of that mic. Yeah. That's funny. So yeah, I went to go. He had never hit me. And I never thought he would hit me.
Up until that point.
Never thought he would. I knew he was a cheater. I knew he was a liar. I knew he was verbally abusive. He was emotionally abusive. Never, ever, ever, ever showed that he would hit me.
Did you ever feel like he could?
No.
Oh.
I never, ever thought that he would put his hands on me. Ever. Especially because when I slapped him after that one time he didn't hit me back. So I was like, if I know all of the things I know about him, he's going to be a decent dad and he's not going to put his hands on me. And he did. So, I had to call it. He had me up. I went to grab my phone from off the floor, and he's got me pinned up against the wall. His face just looks different. His eyes look different. His face looks different. There. Everything looks different. Now, in my mind, I was like, I'm really going to have to fight this nigga. Because let me tell you something. You ain't going to take me easy. You're not going to take me easy. I'm going to scratch. I'm going to get the DNA. I'm going to do all of the shit. I watch all of those shows, all those movies to know what the fuck to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So in my head, I'm like, okay. But then my mother comes in holding my baby. And she's like, what's going on? What's going on? So he kind of like backs away, and I run. I grab the phone, and my friend is still on the phone, and she's like, I heard it. Hang up, I'm calling the cops. She live in New York. I didn't know by the time the cops got there, I called the police and she called the police. But anyway, so I run out to the living room, and he's stalking me. He's like not running, but walking fast.
Speed walking.
Yeah. So I get to we have this mantle, and the fireplace is underneath it, and there's like a corner, so the corner from the mantle is like sticking out. I turn around to face him because I know not to have your back to any attacker, so I turn around to face him as I'm still on the phone with the police, and he grabs me up by my throat with both of his hands and pulls me off of the ground. I ain't no little bitch. Pulls me off of the ground and squeezing my neck. I'ma fucking kill you. I'ma fucking kill you. I'ma fucking kill you, over and over, just through his teeth. And the dispatcher guy's on the phone, and he's like, I hear him. He's like, I hear him. Just stay on the phone. Whatever you do, just stay on the phone. If you could stay on the phone, just stay. He said, the cops are coming. The cops are coming. And I'm just like losing air. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm about to die in front of my mother, my 2-year-old daughter, and my baby. No, Lexi was 3. My 3-year-old daughter and my baby, because London was at school. So my mom comes holding my kid and grabs him with her other hand and yanks him off of me, and I run outside. So now I'm outside on the phone with the motherfucking dispatcher, and then I'm like, he in there with my mother and my babies. I gotta go back. And then I hear because I'm getting off the stairs. I'm like, I'm gonna kill this nigga today. I'm gonna have to kill him now. Because I'm thinking, what if he's hitting my mom? What if he's killing my kids? On all the shit. And then I hear the sirens. The sirens come. And adrenaline. I don't know how many fights you guys have been in. You guys are football players, so you know how adrenaline works. You don't feel anything until afterwards. I didn't feel anything.
You blink and you're there again.
Right. Yeah. I didn't feel anything physically, though. Like, no pain, nothing. The cop came. He's talking about, she needs to go to jail. My baby daddy is like 7:30 for real. He's like, she need to go to jail because she punched me in the face. I was like, after you slapped me, like, what the fuck? So the cop sits me in the living room couch, and he's like, did he do that to your face? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just told you what he did. And he's like, I'm going to take pictures. Is it okay if I take pictures? He took pictures of me. I was bleeding. I still have like a mark on my back where the corner of the mantle hit me, because when he grabbed me up, he threw me up against the wall, and the corner hit my shoulder. This one. So it's a mark there. He took pictures of that. But my neck had handprints on it. And my face was like this. I didn't feel anything. So I was like, yeah, that's what I look like right now? Holy fucking shit. So yes, I have been put in, he got, arrested. They took him to jail, whatever the case is. And I did a temporary restraining order. And then he came after me with a knife. It was crazy. It was a lot of trauma. So, and when the way that I am with my kid's father now, people who know that story, now that everyone knows that story, they're going to be like, you are a better bitch than me because I still ain't drag this nigga through court for child support. I still ain't drag his name through the mud. Nobody knows who he actually is. None of that shit because my children are still attached to that. I haven't put a spell on him, nothing. Because my children are... Bari's face.
First... Yo! Did you hear that?
I'm heavy on that shit. But first of all, when you fuck with his eyes, when you fuck with a divine being, my get back comes. Put your mic over. He said, Bari ain't like this bitch said
she just changed the whole vibe of this motherfucker right now, nigga. What you want to eat tonight? You hungry? I definitely can get you something to eat. Picture my spirit straight on the ride home, my nigga.
I'm a light witch. But yeah, I haven't done anything to him because it's gonna affect the relationship that my children have with him, and I can't be the reason why they don't have a good relationship with him. He will be that. But I've been put in very unsafe spaces by men. My health has been compromised, multiple times and shit like that. But I still don't have an overall disdain for black men. I don't know why. I mean,
because you said you was raised by black men.
I was.
Right?
My grandfather is the best man that I've ever known. A very strong black man. He's dealing with my grandmother's. Her health is declining, and he still is solid. Now, he may have a bitch or two. I ain't mad at it. But my grandfather, I ain't mad at it if he got a bitch or two.
A bitch? How old is he? What do you mean?
He 89. If your dick still working 89, go do you.
89?
Yes.
The 24th prime number like Kobe? 89?
Yes. Mowing the lawn. He still has a job. Like, my grandpa is
89?
active. Yes. He 89 years old. Yeah, best man I know.
So his heart can take the pills and everything.
I don't know what he saw. That's too much for me.
Oh, all right.
But
well, I'm just saying, damn.
But you're right?
You still want to be around at 89?
If I'm like my grandfather, yeah. For fuck's sake, yeah.
Man.
When you look at him, you don't think he 89 at all. He don't look it.
Yeah.
He don't exactly like he's active as fuck. So if I'm active as fuck at 89, then yeah. But I don't want to be like my grandmother at 89 because she's 83 and she's the complete opposite. Yeah. No, 84. She's the complete opposite. But still lived on this earth for 80 years. I ain't mad at it either. Either way,
that really be a long time. Like people be sneezing at that shit. That's really a long time.
That's a long time.
That's not easy.
No, it's not. It's
really not. I'm 32 and I'm telling you, I be having my days where I'm ready to check the fuck out.
Yeah,
bro.
no, I feel
for real. I'm ready to check it out.
I feel you.
I want to see if the grass is blue on the other side and the sky is green. Nigga,
the grass is blue and the sky.
It's got to be something else going on, man. After this one.
Oh my God, nah, I feel you. This earth ghetto is fuck.
It's crazy. Nah, for real. Sometimes it's just like, what's the point of this shit?
Yeah.
It's a struggle to get water. It's a struggle just to have a decent meal every fucking day. You got to be like one of the most evil motherfuckers in the world to be on top.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of being here again?
Yeah. Nah. Because there's little, like this conversation could save someone else's life.
I guess so.
That's why. Because of those little things in between life and death that could save people. That's what keeps me going. Because I've talked about being suicidal on the show before. After I left my kid's father, I was like, I'm going to end it all. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Because I don't want to be no single mother. That's not what I signed up for. Right. And now I have to pivot in my brain how I'm going to do this parenting thing. That shit is difficult. Nobody talks about that part, the switch between being in a relationship and working, handling your family matters as a unit to going into single parent mode. I don't know any bitch who aspires to be a single mother.
Yeah, I think I got a soft spot for that. For like women who were involved with the guy who gave them all the looks of we're gonna be a family.
Yes.
And then dipped it. I just dealt with a chick like that, and part of my problem with her was just like, all right, so you know what you had, and you know what you got right now.
Why
are you still condoning yourself in the same manner?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I mean, sometimes the switches, if that's what she's used to, it's hard.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. But
that's not your problem either.
It's not. Yeah. Man, but I got a soft spot for y'all because that, to me, that is the ultimate betrayal.
Yeah.
You leaving me with the bill.
And you know what? Because I'm mature and smart, I understand that relationships don't always work. I understand that sometimes the two people are meant to get together to have the children, right? Mm-hmm. What is heartbreaking and difficult is that you leave me with a bill. Mm-hmm. We don't have to be together for us to still split the fucking bill because these are children that we both contributed to. Yep. We both wanted, even though he didn't want Lexi, he wanted me to abort her and I declined. I have been pregnant by my kid's father 5 times. I've had an abortion before Lexi, and I had a miscarriage before Bam. So all we did was fuck.
Y'all are having great sex.
I'm fertile McGirdle out here with one tube. I got one fallopian tube pushing these eggs the fuck out. Okay,
so you're supposed to have 2, right?
You're supposed to have 2. Listen, I only have, but you got it.
You got it. Female anatomy.
No, but you got it.
Say I got 3 holes, right?
There's 2. Yes.
I know I can go in and I know I can go down. Yeah. Is that the second hole? Or is that just more space in the pussy that I don't know?
You're not going to come out the second hole if you go through the first one. That's not going to happen.
I'm just saying, you know how you could be laying missionary, you know what I'm saying? I'm stroking it normal, right? But then I know I can get on my tippy toes and I know I can
You're still in the same hole.
So it's the same
You're
hole.
You're still in the same hole. The other hole is the anal hole. It's very close.
So what's the 3 y'all be talking about then?
The one that we squirt out of.
That ain't no hole. I can't get up in there.
Well, maybe they're talking about the mouth. It's weird.
We just gonna include holes. You might as well include your ear hole, your nose hole.
Well, no, you can't.
Mouth hole.
Yeah. They talking about the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they say we have 3 holes, they mean the mouth, the pussy, the ass, and the mouth.
And a lot of y'all women out there, y'all suck at giving head. I'm just letting y'all know. No, for real. Y'all don't enjoy it. I need y'all to start enjoying that shit.
Oh my God.
We can tell when y'all don't enjoy it.
Lee said that too.
Hell yeah,
that y'all can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Girls who enjoying it, you have to tell them to stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's fun. Like, all right, tap you on the shoulder. Tap you on the head. Like, nah, I'm good. Get off me. I love that. I love that. I miss having a dick in my mouth.
Okay.
Do you guys...
How was your weekend, Will? Just
Will,
with a big ass mic right here in front of my face.
What's funny is Will and Lee don't have reactions to the shit no more. They're so used to my outbursts that they don't even blink. It's crazy. Okay, do you feel...
She got her mouth wide open.
Don't do it like that.
Keep it open, girl.
Shut up. He's still playing with the and people can't see on the camera what you doing, so like, they don't know what you do.
Why is she right here?
Why is she right? This her home. She live in the clubhouse.
I guess so. Damn.
Do you feel like black women's defensiveness is because of an environment that black men created, or just the environment period?
Nope. I think a lot of black women took on the pain and the stories of their mothers and grandmothers.
Ooh.
And they wear that shit like they've been through it themselves. I've met 18, 19-year-old girls who are pissed off, and it's like, you just getting out here. What the fuck is... And now, at the same time, I don't know what happened when they was 10.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know these things, but I see far too many of our women at very young ages with almost like the stress of a fucking 30-year-old on their face. And it's like, what the fuck have you been? You just starting. Yeah. You just starting. But I really think a lot of women live through their mothers, their aunties, and their grandmother's stories.
I agree with that.
And I think they almost take it on as like a challenge. Like, well, I'm going to show them that shit ain't going to happen to me. And then, here we are with what we get. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, no fathers around, man.
Yeah.
I alluded to that in what you just said. They take on their mothers' and grandmothers' pain. Yeah, that's pretty much what they do.
I will say my mom didn't do that. Like, she was a single parent, but she ain't talk bad about my dad. I didn't know he was a drug addict until his girlfriend told me that. I was like, he was on drugs this whole time.
Which is probably why you still get black men slack or the benefit of the doubt.
Because my mother never did it.
Exactly.
She never did it.
She didn't put that seed into your brain.
Ever talked bad about him.
Yeah.
But what she did end up doing was like painting this facade for me with my father. Me thinking that it was her fault. So I kind of resented her a little bit when I was a kid or like a teen, because I thought that maybe it was something she did that kept him away from us. So with my children,
shout out to your mom, man.
Yo, she lit.
That's
Sugar.
That's some real shit.
Sugar is an ill.
But your mom never did that, right?
My mom didn't, but Quayshawn, my brother, his mom talked bad about my pops.
Yeah.
So Quayshawn wasn't feeling my dad for a minute.
I know he had to,
He had to work his way up to building the relationship that he now has with my pops. Now they talk every other day. Pops are just in Greensboro, visiting him and shit like that. But nah, your mom's a real one.
She was a real one, for real, because she took that shit on she never ever talked bad about my father at all. At all. Like, I can't even remember moments that when she should have said some bad shit, for real. When I'm sitting outside waiting for this nigga and he ain't showing up type of shit, when she could have easily said, I know your daddy ain't shit. But she always used to be like, maybe something came up, maybe something happens, whatever, we'll call him later, or whichever the case is, he loves you. It gave me a false sense, though, of security with my father. To the point that, when I became a teenager and I realized that he really wasn't operating, he was an addict and, addicted to the streets, addicted to women, addicted to cocaine.
Cocaine.
I was angry. I was angry with him. And then I was angry with my mom. Like, why the fuck you ain't tell me this nigga been on drugs this whole time and shit? With my children, I told the line between that. I don't give them false anything. I don't want to raise them with a veil over their eyes about anything or anyone. But I don't volunteer shitty ass information. Right. But my big kids are old enough to come and ask me questions, and I'm not gonna lie.
Right. You shouldn't.
I'm not gonna lie for their dad.
If they ask, you should be.
Yeah,
honest.
I'm not gonna volunteer the shit. Like, there's shit that London knows because he witnessed it, and he'll come and ask me questions like, what happened with this time and that time, and like, but Zay doesn't know, because number one, he's too young, and I'm not gonna volunteer the information to him, but he's too young to ask me.
You think he's protecting that image of his father?
Absolutely, for sure. But when he gets over that, he'll come and ask me, and I'm gonna be honest. Your dad was a cheater. He put his hands on me.
Is it fair to say that the way a black woman protects a black man, it hinders y'all?
Yes.
It's the reason why a lot of black men are a crutch to black women?
Yes. Right. I believe so. Bless you. The protection aspect, it's I feel like we're supposed to protect y'all. But I do. I feel like we're supposed to protect y'all just like y'all supposed to protect us.
Sure.
In the ways that we're supposed to protect you, right? But not to the point where it's not holding you accountable. That's where most black women go wrong, is that they don't understand the medium between protecting and aiding and abetting. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, I'm not about to, if Lee over here doing some fuck shit, I'm not about to, that's funny, or protect you to death. I'm going to call you out on that shit, whether you like it or not.
Y'all do that in a public setting or in a group setting or in a friendly setting. But when it's a personal feelings involved.
When you're in a relationship.
It's almost like y'all are kryptonite to doing that shit.
I'm going to tell you why some women get tripped up with that. I do agree. Because the stakes are higher when you're in a relationship with someone. And naturally, women typically, I'll say, don't want to piss the guy off. We don't want to turn you off. We don't want to make you look at us like we're not supporting you or we're not backing your words and the things that you say and shit like that. So if we catch you doing some foul shit or some wild shit or even just some counterproductive shit or whatever, it's a whole dialogue that happens in our head before we say something to you. It's like, is this going to lead to an argument? Is he going to look at me like I'm not being supportive of him? Maybe I should just let the nigga say that or do that or whatever.
That's how it hinders us. It hinders the man from growing. I agree. And it hinders the relationship from growing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So basically what you're saying is we're afraid to actually say something because we don't want to lose that person.
Exactly.
So we don't have a safe space to be honest with each other.
No,
because we're with the wrong motherfuckers.
You think so?
Yes.
You think it's the wrong motherfuckers, or do you just think black people as a whole, we are not generally in the position to want to take understanding of that person?
I think we are.
We just want to see shit and experience shit for the way we want to see it and experience it. We don't actually want to accept the truth behind the curtain of this person and then work with it.
I think I agree with you.
I do.
Especially when you're with the wrong person. But when you with the right person,
even that could be hard though. When you're with the right person, even that realization that this person is saying this to help me out, it could be difficult. It's a hard pill to swallow to look at yourself in the mirror.
To hear it, true,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
You could very well be the right person, but even I am, I think I'm pretty fucking awesome in a relationship, but even if you're telling me that I'm doing something wrong, I'm sensitive as fuck. so my sensitivity gonna be like, I didn't do that. Like, okay, this is a small example, but like cooking. If I cook something, y'all niggas already know I'm slow on the cooking tray. I'm slow on the big mama tray. So if I cook something for my nigga and he don't like the shit, I'm gonna be fucking... like, if he's like, babe, maybe you should put a little bit more garlic powder on that shit, I'm gonna automatically be like, it's nasty. Like,
so there's no right way he can say it.
So he need to just say it and let me, because that's a me problem at that point. Because if you're saying it to me in a loving way, like, this was good, but maybe throw a little bit more pepper on it. If I take it personally, that's a me problem. That's not a him problem. Definitely. And that's where we need to realize is that people's reactions are not your assignment. Right. You control your delivery, not how they're going to react to it. That's their issue, not yours. Definitely. And if people understood that, if they kind of just sat and within their roles in that, then then the communication will be easier.
All better off.
Yeah.
We got to stop coddling each other. Women especially, y'all coddle the fuck out of us. Y'all still got us on y'all titty. Yeah. Like, that shit.
We know why.
Why? Why you think?
Y'all raised us.
Because we raised y'all. Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. I think I'm very sensitive with
our women just don't like to be told what to do. Therefore, y'all are gonna deal more so with the man that you can help guide and be perfectly fine being vocal towards, and you know the reaction he's gonna give you is not gonna be the one of a man who doesn't want to hear your vocalization of whatever the fuck it is. Like, that shit is... It's almost like y'all rather be in something that you can kind of navigate rather than being in something where the map is blank and you have to trust his GPS to get you there. Yeah. And it is definitely based on y'all past experiences, however y'all grew up. I mean, all that shit plays a role in this. You know what I mean?
It does.
We have a very hard problem in trusting each other.
That's the bottom line, honestly. That's the nucleus of the issue, is that we just don't trust each other
at all.
And if we trusted each other, at least like on a blanketed sense, like, you know what I mean? We trusted each other and then built upon that trust, then the relationships would be easier. I think I would trust. I'm a very dominant female who requires to be, like, I need to be submissive in my relationships in order for them to work. So I'm not going to get with a man that doesn't make me feel safe enough to be submissive. But I need to feel safe enough to be submissive. I need to trust you, and that's the hard part. Is trusting any man, black, white, or whoever, to be in a position to call shots over my life, because I'm raised in that way. He get the last say, regardless. I could do all of the things, but if he says this is not how this is supposed to go, then that ain't how it's supposed to go.
But it's vice versa with me. Yeah. I need to have a woman that knows when to check me. Yeah. I can't have a chick I can run over. Yeah. Period.
Some women will take that and run with it, though. They check you for everything, and then they start.
But that's where a difference with Bari. Yeah. That's not happening.
But what I'm saying is, like, to most men, when they say that, because you say that, and I've heard a lot of guys say that, like, I don't like no docile ass bitch.
No, I say she needs to know
when to check me. Yeah.
Because checking me is just going to get you calling for a cab or Uber. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Like, all right. It's over.
You definitely need to know when. You need to be able to observantly see that, okay, he's losing his shit.
Yeah.
Because you check me, it don't have to be a you and me thing.
Right.
At all.
Right.
You just need to understand when you need to reel your man back in.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I have. You gotta have that.
I agree.
So it's almost like I kind of need that chick that she work in the office, but she was born on MLK.
Yeah, right. Understood.
You get what I'm saying?
Like that. Yeah.
Like for real. Like she knows how to be a very elegant lady, and she knows how to this, but it's also this kind of like when your mom take that wig off.
Yeah.
When she get home, it's like, yeah, mom here now. Wig off. I'm here. Like,
oh, that's so fucking funny.
Yo, it's crazy. It should have turned on too, though.
Yeah.
Like men, majority of men who are macho men,
they require women like that. I know.
You have to.
They love it.
We appreciate that shit.
It.
Like
they
a
love
motherfucker.
it. I think it's a way too that women can utilize their femininity and make into. I don't want to say control the scenario, but just soothe your man. Like you don't gotta bark. You don't have to do all of that.
And I'll give you the quick story on how I come to this being like that.
Yeah.
So my cousin, who's a big OG's gangbang and shit with Snoop back home in Long Beach and shit. We was in Minnesota and his girl Tiffany was out at this Japanese restaurant and him and my dad, they drinking, they having a good ass time. They talking shit about the waiter and blah, blah, blah. And he just going in, right? And she could just tell she needs to reel him back in. Like, okay, you feeling yourself too much, you having too much fun, you starting to get disrespectful with it.
Yeah.
And she, now this is a 6'5", big brolic, been in prison 2-3 times ass nigga. She grabs him by the face and she said, I need you to get that shit under control.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Right then, I was like 11 years old. Right then, I knew. I said, "That's the shit."
That's what I want. That's what I want.
Oh my God, bro!
Yeah.
It's like because she knows she
knew.
can't really tell him what to do. She knows she can't do nothing to him.
Yeah.
But she knows she got the power to be like, "Hey, straighten up."
Yeah.
And she know that he respect her enough to be like, "Okay, baby.
Okay, baby.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you telling this to me right now, then obviously I'm being extra. Yeah, I'm being extra.
Yeah. It's the trust thing, because we don't trust each other enough to feel comfortable enough to do that, and then for men to relax or to listen, even to just even listen to that. It's
because if your man respects you, he will listen to you.
Yeah, he will. He will listen. Like, I'm tripping.
No, facts.
I like when I watch older couples, like the auntie and uncle's age group, and then the man be like, my wife say, oh, old lady say we gotta go, so we gotta go.
Absolutely.
I love that shit. Like, I'll be like, that's right, bitch. That's why I would be like auntie, because that man is like, she holds him up, right? He is the head of that house, but he respects her as the co-head of the house. So it's like, she said we gotta go. My old lady ready to go. She yawning. It's time to go.
Yep.
Like, I love that. My aunt and uncle do that shit, and I'll be like, "You're so cute. I love that. I want that." Like,
I want to be that way like a motherfucker, but I can't just give that to y'all.
Right.
I gotta know that that's not a fucking bow ties. It's getting ready to be re-wrapped around my neck and used for a different purpose later on.
And that's how a lot of us feel about submission, because it becomes
earlier that we cannot be vulnerable.
I understand.
To our women. They gonna take that cord that we just laid on the ground, they gonna wrap that shit back around, and they gonna use it against us.
I think what Lee was saying about choosing, that is the most important part.
We don't hold ourselves accountable enough. We get on y'all about it all the time.
Yeah.
Men don't really discuss that shit at all.
Really? Men holding themselves accountable?
We don't talk about that shit. As far as the shitty women that we choose. Go ahead.
Is it shitty women that we choose, or are we generally choosing women off of what we see, and then it's taking us either too long to come the fuck out of the bullshit that we're getting to know this woman, right? Because we do give women a lot of leeway.
Women do that too, though. I was gonna say we give each other a lot of rope. We do,
but it's to the person that we're drooling over. It's never over the person that don't got you excited. It's never over that person.
Right.
You're not moving that way with that person. It's always that person that either you think is out of your league, or you just so happen to luck up and get her or him. And that's when we start to lose ourselves in trying to please this person and or get this person to like us in whatever platoon level that they want us to like them on, or however they would like to like us on. Some women will take more physical and mental and verbal abuse from a guy just because she thinks he's out of her league.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
We been the fuck out of the rules.
We about to go. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Okay, true.
Okay,
yeah,
he ain't even had to tell me today.
Yeah, we been the fuck out of the rules for something that it's almost like we go out of our way for the people that we know are not for us.
I want better for our people. I do have a very fun quickie today.
Nice.
I was just playing that song by USDA.
I feel like these conversations, like the more we talk and just to put a button in this, the more we have like unfiltered conversations with the opposite sex about it. When you niggas gather up on your podcast and it's nothing but men on that podcast to have this conversation about, it's trash because you're not getting a woman's perspective at all. You guys just want to sit around and talk about how you feel about women all day, and it's whack. It's not productive. It's counter, and it doesn't help the situation. I like sitting across from guys and having these types of conversations because it opens up my mind. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, now I understand where you're coming from. Now I understand where you're coming from. And when I'm talking to other women, I can relay this information to them. Well, this is how they think. So what are we going to do about it? How are we going to make the men a little bit more relaxed or stop making it so difficult for them or choosing? This is why we do this work. This is why we come here every Sunday. I was tired as fuck today, y'all. I ain't even going to hold you.
Nah, I get it. Shit.
But I said this is important. This conversation and the others are important to have. So I hope that we can do this more. But
definitely.
I want to get to the quickie.
I'm in town until I leave. I'll be here.
Okay, good. Yes. Permanent co-host. like whenever you're
I'm comfortable
here.
with it now, so now I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I come on whenever.
Good.
I'll come on whenever.
Like, guys, we have our co-host again.
I do.
I wanted to do something fun and nurturing. Mm-hmm. So this quickie is soothing / nurturing Black women. So you're going to choose between the two. They're famous, obviously. Well, you got your mic on?
Before we go into the famous one, man, I only got one crush, right? Celebrity crush, period. That I don't even do the whole celebrity thing. But Zoe Saldana. Yeah.
Did you see From Scratch? Is that what you watched?
I'm about to watch it on Netflix, right?
Listen, let me tell you something.
But before
You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry.
Before I got to
I bawled.
Listen, this girl did the hot wing show. You know, you eat all the hot wings.
That. Yeah.
Listen to me. I did not
She's
think
so beautiful.
She could make herself any more sexy to me. But just seeing how she is as a person in the interview, eating hot wings and her personality, I'm like, dear God, you got the personality too, bitch. Fuck, like
Zoe popping.
Man, she is my dream girl though, for sure.
If you watch From Scratch, you have to watch it. If you need a good cry, watch that shit.
Yeah, I love her.
I boo-hooed cried. Like, not just tear streaming. I was like, like crying. It was so sad.
But you could just tell. You could just tell she got a good heart. Like,
yeah,
you could just,
for real,
like, bro. Like, this man. I was like, this girl. I ain't never had a crush on somebody I ain't never met in my life. It's different, bro.
I feel you.
Zoe's out now. Even when she in green on fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, it's like, how are you
or
sexy
fucking
in green?
Avatar, which is coming out with another movie, and that shit looks popping. I can't wait. Okay, let's do quickie. You ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. Loretta Devine or Angela Bassett?
Who is Loretta Devine?
Who is more soothing?
You don't know what?
What?
Who's Loretta Devine?
Really?
I probably know her face, bro. I don't know her name.
Waiting to Exhale.
I never seen that movie.
Short hair. I've never seen Waiting to Exhale.
Doesn't seem like a man movie to me.
It don't matter. It was bad bitches all up and through that movie.
I don't care. It don't seem like a man. I go see man shit.
What else she been in, Lee? We've had this conversation about Loretta Devine before.
Loretta Devine, she was in Kingdom Come. She was in.
She wasn't.
What else was she in?
I'm about to show him.
She's in like all of the black movies. Like, you've seen her. She's in like
the
every
old head.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
Light skin,
dark skin.
Oh, okay.
Okay, who do you think is more soothing or nurturing? That's not who
Loretta.
you wanna, yeah. Loretta or Angela Bassett?
Loretta, bro. I love Angela, bro.
I love Angela too.
Like, which one do you think would be more soothing or nurturing or like?
I'm going but I'm answering this based off of the roles she played.
Yeah.
I'm just going Angela Bassett just because it's Angela Bassett.
Got you. I just
just taking Angela.
No, I'm going Loretta.
I mean, Angela Bassett played like Betty Shabazz and Rose and fucking Black Panther Mama and also and Tina Turner. She's played all the
Black Panther 2.
Serious?
Yeah,
but Loretta's like a fairy
but
godmother or some shit.
That's fine, but even
life.
within all the roles she's played, I can still clearly see her femininity like a motherfucker.
For sure.
I mean, yeah, but
I'm actually
both of
gonna
them, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Angela. I'm gonna say Angela.
if I had to compare,
I get you though. This was hard for me, but I'm gonna say Angela. Okay, Oprah or Michelle Obama?
as far as more nurturing,
More nurturing.
Neither.
Oh, Michelle.
I'm gonna go neither.
Y'all gotta think about it.
No, I
They
said
both-
neither.
I say Michelle
Yeah.
because she has kids.
yeah, I guess that's right.
Yeah.
That's-
You say neither?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll leave him reason why out.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
all right.
Tina Turner or Diana Ross?
Diana Ross.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
Diana Ross is like my guardian angel in my head.
I love her
I
so
love
much.
Diana Ross.
I absolutely
She bad.
say Diana Ross. She just looks like the aunt, the grandma that you
Oh,
just.
no, I'm lying. I'm thinking about Shaka Khan.
No,
Shaka Khan is my
She's a-
favorite
she
of
bad,
that of
bro.
those divas. She's my favorite
She
one.
bad. My
Um,
God, bro.
Do you say Diana Ross too?
Yes,
Okay.
most likely. Yes.
All right, this one, Felicia Rashad or Debbie Allen, the sisters.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah.
Felicia Rashad.
Is that the Cosby Show mom?
Yeah.
Yes, and
Felicia.
Debbie Allen is her sister, who's the dancer.
On what?
She's been on a lot of shit. She's-
Debbie, she was on In the House with LL.
I'll show you.
light skin
Dark
lady with
skin?
short,
Light
light skin
skin
lady with
lady.
short hair.
Short hair.
You've seen it. She's once again she's been like.
But yeah, you gotta give it to Felicia because she's played so many roles.
Yeah, but she ran the Cosby Show.
Yeah, Felicia. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the dominant one, so I'm gonna go with the other two.
I'm gonna go with Debbie too.
That's fair.
For that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm gonna go
fair.
with Debbie too.
Very sure.
And last one, Patti LaBelle or Gladys Knight.
Oh, Gladys Knight.
I'm gonna go
I'm
Patty.
gonna have to say Patty.
I'm
go
gonna go Patty
Patti,
too.
See, no, I got a personal thing. I love Gladys Knight. As long she's my personal fairy godmother,
I got you.
and Diana Ross is my guardian angel in my head.
Got you.
Yeah.
So y'all 1-2 in my
Yeah.
shit.
I love me some motherfucking Patty
Yeah,
boy.
I
love Patty.
seen the Drink Champs
Me
interview
too,
with her, so
and
that's
I
why I
was-
say that now.
I was
Yeah.
like,
I don't know
she's
these,
everything.
Yeah.
Like she was just
She's so girly girl. Like,
Patty
that shit
on
crazy.
Drink
But she
Champs
old
was
school with
the
it, though.
best thing ever. I was like
still
Patty
gotta watch
Cole,
it.
yo.
Yeah, that shit. You
top
ain't seen that?
top 3
I
interviews.
haven't
It
seen
was
it either.
so good.
I still think that was a top 5
That's
Drink
what
Champs
I just
interview.
said. Top 3,
Tell me,
like
bro.
for real.
When was she on Drink Champs? I didn't
Like
even know
6
that.
months ago.
This
How
was,
long ago?
Some months ago.
This was a couple months
I
ago.
missed that whole thing.
You gotta listen to it. It's so good from front to back. I was like, this is fucking
No,
Patty
it is,
LaBelle
yeah.
Word.
No, it is.
talking to
Yeah.
Nori. Like
Yeah,
holy
it
shit,
is.
it's
You
so
really
good.
look at it in that perspective. Yeah,
Yes.
that shit is. Yeah,
It's major.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
They kind of lost the way with how they was doing their shit. At first, it was 10 years in the game of hip hop, and
Yeah.
now they just interviewing people that got a name.
And it makes sense though.
But they legit now.
Yeah, I know.
They're past that niche at this point.
No,
I'm in the
I
middle
know
of
at this
listening
point.
to the Rowdy Rebel
Okay.
I don't even
interview.
know what that is.
It's a hard listen.
Is it?
What is?
Rowdy, the Rowdy Rebel interview. I like Rowdy. I
From
like
the smarter niggas.
yeah.
He got
He's a
locked
rapper.
up with Bobby
Yeah.
years ago. Yeah.
But anyway,
I don't even listen to Bobby.
that's the end of that. Bari, you are more than welcome to come back anytime.
Absolutely.
You're amazing. Thank you for coming and just being receptive
Oh yeah.
and open too. And you're always welcome here.
Yeah,
Your
we gotta
family.
get on some real tender topics.
Yeah, next time we're not talking about no tender shit. Next time is
No, why not?
okay. Fuck it. But do you want to? You don't have social media, so do you have?
I
You don't
not,
want to?
and we'll keep posting this.
Oh yeah. I
So,
deleted it on the
yeah.
other shit.
Yeah, so
Oh, did you?
I didn't know I still
That tab.
whatever Instagram I had that shit.
You know
is
what?
still
That's
up.
crazy because I thought I put that shit on and I looked at it. And it was
So
gone.
Because he texted me about it.
Because we've been
That's
tagging
what-
at Bari XXX. And I said, Lee, I ain't on a fucking page called Bari XXX. He's like, yeah,
Oh.
you did, dog. I'm like,
That
no,
was
I
your
didn't.
page.
Yeah, so he like, yeah, you did. I'm like, my name was Bari XXX back then. Like, you niggas was
changed
allowing
it.
me.
You
changed
niggas
it.
let me
I
do
did.
It
that.
was right before. It was right before you left IG. You changed that shit. I think you was just about to get on some other shit, and before you did, you just said "fuck IG, fuck social media," and you never posted anything
That
else.
shit
But that one
crazy.
picture that you do have, you're standing in front of a man with your shirt off.
That was embarrassing.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That was embarrassing,
That's
bro.
funny.
Like,
I didn't check the page. I just found out. it
I'm
was
looking
yours.
at it. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it's like I'm following 45 people or 45 people following me. I'm not following nobody. I'm like, I was following people.
Years. It's been like 6,
2014.
No
shit. I know it's that old.
I got off everything except Snapchat in 2014, 2016. I got off Snapchat. So officially, I've been completely off social media for 6 years.
Wow. So, okay, we're not going to give them your socials, but we can give them ours.
I don't have it.
That's fine. But you're more than welcome to come. I'm sure they're going to love you.
Who?
The listeners.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to love you.
Shout out to the listeners.
That's it. Shout out to you niggas. As usual, thank you guys for listening. You can go follow us at WAAH Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Then make sure you go subscribe on YouTube. Hey, YouTube. Hey, booze. You can go subscribe to us on YouTube, run them numbers up so we can start getting advertisers and making some money off the show. And then go follow me at no, that's not me. Me is